Podcast, episode, I think it's 74. 74. Greg, George, back in the building.
I'm here.
Got the homie Don.
What's good?
Posting up with us.
What's good? What's good with y'all?
Who's number 74?
Ooh, I didn't check
I got
that.
Michael Orr. That's all I got.
Okay.
Michael Orr, when he was on the Ravens. I don't know what he was on, like, Carolina or anything like that. He never played hardly, so.
You talking about left tackle Michael Orr, who that movie was about?
Yeah. What was that movie called again? The Backside?
Blindside, not the backside.
Blindside.
That's a hella pause.
Chill out, bro.
That's a hella pause.
That's a porno. That was the porno version of
That's
that
on
movie.
Cinemax at night.
Well, the porno version of the Backside.
Merlin Olsen and Bruce Matthews, two of the best offensive linemen of all time.
They must be Raiders to you, because I don't know who they are.
You never heard of Bruce Matthews or Merlin Olsen?
Who they play for?
Merlin Olsen played for the Rams, and Bruce Matthews played for the Houston Oilers.
I don't know who that is. Jeff Mangold. Who's Jeff Mangold? Is his name Jeff Mangold?
64.
Oh, Mangold?
Nick Mangold. He wears 64. He might have a brother, though.
74. Jets.
Yeah, he wore 64.
No.
He's the Cardinal center now, or used to be. Like, he went from the Jets to the Cardinals.
Oh, he might wear 64 now.
He always wore 64.
Oh, I don't know. Everything good? Nothing
Yeah,
new?
straight over
Nothing new
here.
this weekend? Didn't do nothing?
Yeah, all right?
I have no idea.
You didn't do nothing this weekend? Didn't do nothing?
Injured my body.
Dang, what you do? Fall off the roof or something?
No, fantasy football draft where you have to like do all these events to like win the first pick. It's not
Hold
the
up.
smartest thing I've ever done.
What do y'all do during a football draft where you're hurting your body?
No, it's not during the draft. You do events before. To gain the best pick in the
To
draft.
get in the draft.
And I've been
What
doing
y'all
this
do?
for years with a group of people.
And what'd you do?
Just really stupid things. There's like the commissioner of the league just is like, he just likes being creative. He'll come up with dumb shit. So like the first thing was played an entire 40-minute football game. Then played.
Oh, I thought you meant like individual challenges.
No, it is.
Oh,
so
okay.
we played that's just the first thing. So we played an entire football game, and outside. And obviously, it's hot. We played an entire basketball game outside on the concrete.
And this is the same day.
Yes, this is the same morning.
So a decathlon in order to get a spot.
Yeah, it's actually called the Man-cathalon. Yes,
The Man-cathalon.
yes. So
Count me out.
So his idea this year was to do things that like manly men would do. So he tried to simulate that as best possible. So you had to have your hands handcuffed behind your back with zip ties and try to get out of them, and it was timed. There was also an event where you had to jump out the pool like Rambo and shoot the arrow into a target.
What?
I'm telling you.
And people sign up for this.
Well, it's the same group of people every year.
And y'all geek to do it every year?
I mean, not so much when I woke up the next day feeling how I was
How
feeling.
much money is in it, though?
There's no money.
There's no money in it.
It's bragging rights.
Then I would opt to just be last.
Right?
Well, I mean, you can.
Oh, I thought it was like so much money into it to where like you want them first picks.
Nah.
Oh.
It's just like, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. The bragging rights, and a what used to be a trophy, now it's a like a world championship belt, and it's actually heavy because I won it last year, so I have it right now.
You won that draft last year?
Yeah, I won. No, I won the league.
Oh, okay. I mean that league last year?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know. It's I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, you already did. It's a Man-cathalon to get a spot.
No, I'm saying like
No.
he's saying like doing it not for money.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's just
So what
like
was your draft pick?
I think I got third.
Out of how many people? Been up
So
before.
8 people showed up. So most of them live out of town. So like one dude lives in Germany, so he ain't gonna show up ever. Like he's moving back to the U.S. But they all used to live here, and that's when they started it. And I think I came in the league like after they had it going for like 2 or 3 years. But every year they all fly in, and it used to be 2 different weekends when they lived here. So like you could like do the events, relax, go home the next weekend or whatever, be the draft. You could just come in, just chilling in the house with the AC on. So this is a little bit different where everything is done on the
that's
same
the first
day.
I've ever heard of that.
There's
jump out the pool and shoot a bow and arrow.
I'm dead serious. He's crazy. Like I said, he tried to do like the manliest stuff. There was another one where he had to do a deadlift with a lit cigarette in your mouth and see how long you can hold it for. Yes. And you simulating lifting a car up to get your family out from under the burning car.
As you're slowly killing your lungs.
And there's another one where you had to. So last year it was a swimming event. You had to do 3 different strokes, pause.
I fell.
And then slam 3 Heinekens. And the person who did it the fastest was the one who got the most points for that event. This year, it was you got to take a pirate sword and open the beer with the pirate sword.
You said a pirate sword.
3 beers, 3 Coors, and slam them back to back to back.
First of all, if I would have slammed 3 Coors, I would have died.
It wasn't Coors Light. You might have been all right. It was not the silver bullet.
If I drink them joints, I'm dead. That's 100% fact.
So, but anyways, the whole point is the next morning it was kind of rough. I woke up hurting on. I'm old, so
any swimming event,
every part of my body hurting.
I can't swim at all, so. I used to be able to swim, but not anymore.
Well, you can stand up in like the deepest part of his pool, so there's no deep end. So you're good.
If the deepest part of his pool is higher than 5, I ain't doing it. I've almost drowned in high school, so that ain't happening.
So you are allowed to shoot the arrow from anywhere in the pool. You could be close to the. If you went to like the deep, which is not that deep because I could stand up and my head's not even in the water, but. You can walk to like the closer part and shoot the arrow, but you have to hold the like bow out of the water like that, or you can go from the steps, but it's a further shot. So you could have gone from the steps. You just have to have your feet in the water.
There has to be money for this.
Is there footage of this?
I think there was like pictures and stuff.
I need to see 8 grown ass dudes jumping out the water shooting.
Just a video or a photo of you shooting a bow and arrow would be funny.
That's what I'm saying.
I actually won that. I actually won that event.
Something about a bow and arrow was always funny.
Modern time bow and arrows. A bunch of brothers shooting. That's funny to me.
What else happened? Oh, anybody cop anything this week? Or last week? No, last week. You copped Yeezys, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't talk about that when
week.
Premium Pete was here.
Oh yeah, shout out to Premium Pete. That was a dope interview.
That was a hella good interview.
That was dope. That was fun.
Actually, it was more like we just let him talk and say whatever he wants.
It was. That's the best part of having somebody like him that talks like professionally. They just talk. Like you don't gotta. They got stories and stuff. Like some people have sent messages saying like they just like hearing a New York accent. Like
low key though, that's cool. Like the way he was just talking the whole time, and because like I told you before, like I listened to him for years. The Combat Jack show, like I know all about them. So when you randomly said you were getting them, I'm like, that's dope. And just to hear him talk like his everyday banter back and forth and just dropping knowledge, it was pretty tight.
Yeah, it was dope, man. And we hopefully got some other people coming through, not coming through actually to the studio, but being on soon. So.
No, that was tight though, for real.
Anybody commenting this weekend or last weekend at all?
Whatever the Yeezy's calling. What's it called?
Wave Runners.
Apps. I will never cop those even for under retail.
They're not. So it's 300 retail.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about Yeezy Mafia. Like I thought like Yeezy Mafia
Yeezy Supply.
Oh, Yeezy Supply. I thought they raised the prices on.
No, that's his website. That's Kanye's website.
Oh, it is. Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. No. Let's see, did I cop anything? Well, no, I did get those Bread 13s because I got them under retail.
Right.
I needed a pair. Why not?
You ain't got a pair of Bread 13s, no.
No, I do, but
okay.
I beat them up. You know what? I'll be honest. I never got the 13 pair. I had the 2004 retro.
Right.
And then when they came out again in 2013, the pairs were so bad I didn't get one. I was working in Nike at the time when we got them, and I remember we got allotted 80 pairs, and out of the 80, they put 60 away to the point where we couldn't even sell them because they were that bad.
The quality was that bad,
and they were sitting in the back for weeks.
Wait a minute. Wait, so anybody who don't know, Don's been on here many times.
Yeah. What's up?
He used to work at Nike. Scott's still out here. So if the quality was that bad on them at Nike, they would put them to the side.
That was one of the few times they ever did that. Every single pair was so bad it wasn't A quality or B quality. Every single pair was trash.
I don't think I ever thought
to the point where they said we're not even going to send this to factory stores. We're just keeping it here until we figure out what we're going to do with them next.
What they end up doing with them?
Send them back. Eventually, they sat there for weeks though. Like employees were begging to buy them. People that were coming in like, yo, I need a pair. We're like, oh no, we're out. But we had 60 just chilling. But the quality was that bad.
Did they like send you guys more pairs, or that was just it?
No, that was it.
That's crazy.
So I picked those up and I technically, I guess, acquired a couple of extra pairs. I got a duck camo Atmos 90s and the tiger camo AM 90s.
How you get those?
I was owed a little something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh,
so
okay.
I had to acquire them that way. But
Duck Camo Atmos 90s are a pair that I think I really, really want, but I can't pay that price.
you know what? And I normally wouldn't, but I had to take care of some business, and I
Right.
got them. And the funny thing is, I got them to sell, but unfortunately, they're my size.
Oh no, you got to keep those.
So
You might can sell Tiger ones. Tiger ones are okay.
dude, I'm not gonna lie, the Tiger ones I like a little more.
Aren't they like 3M or something?
They are 3M.
Oh, okay.
But the funny thing is, I'm not exaggerating. I put it on my foot once a day, just to
really?
like look at it and go, all right, no, I don't want it. And then later on, I put it on. I go, yeah, I do want it.
Duck Camo ones you got to keep.
I almost will. I think I will. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want to.
But you know what? Like we say, if anybody's gonna give you money for it, you might as well take it.
I mean, people are.
Talking about Air Max 90?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything that you guys have been saying for the last 2 minutes or so.
Hey,
so.
now I was just telling them I acquired Duck Camo
Somebody
90s,
paid big for that.
Duck Camo 90s, and the Tiger Camo, both of those.
Yeah, you could sell them Duck Camo ones.
Oh, bro, I've had offers already, and I know that I kind of want to keep them because I've turned people down.
Oh,
I just can't see getting rid of them yet.
No, it's hard to get rid of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've been debating on getting rid of a lot of stuff in the closet that, like, I mean, I don't want to end up with that quote unquote hype beast closet where you just keep the fire.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, but it's almost leaning towards that. Like, I don't ever wear anything. Like,
Understood.
I mean, like right now I'm wearing Air Max 95s. You know what's funny? I said they're uncomfortable. They're kind of comfortable.
They're absolutely uncomfortable.
They're uncomfortable, but for today they feel a little comfortable. What is these? 90s? 95s?
Those are 95s.
95s,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, they're absolutely uncomfortable.
Nobody
What about you?
else got
You ain't come
anything?
none? No, none.
No, on a budget, man.
Dude, I gotta say something, man. For somebody who went on a 6-month no buying, and I expected you to go off, and you haven't gone off since June.
I thought about it. I tried, man. I thought about it, and I tried, but like, I think going on that 6-month break,
Yeah.
it made you like, I don't need that.
I guess.
It just made you like, I don't need that. And like in that 6-month period, I got what I really, really wanted, Royal Ones.
Yeah.
Because I did break it. I got Royal Ones, and then I got the Zebras was in that 6 months. I got Zebras.
I think you got Zebras, yeah.
Like it was kind of like, oh, and I bought those Flyknit racers from Johnny, but they were like $60.
Yeah.
Like, so it wasn't like, there's a lot more stuff coming out now than it. But man, when me and the wife was talking, budget time.
I know.
We got a budget. man.
Understood, Joe.
It's like getting out of control. Trying to budget like this week. What's coming out this week? LeBron's. Not buying cool grade 8s. Y'all like cool grade
The only
8s?
thing important this week is what comes out tomorrow.
What, the Cortezes? What comes out tomorrow?
Okay, for you, maybe that's important.
What comes out tomorrow?
Flyknit trainer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have Flyknit trainer.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care about it.
all right.
People love it. I like the
They're
way it
dope.
looks.
I like them.
I've never tried one on. I've never had
You're
one.
missing out.
I mean, is it that great? Like,
They're extremely comfortable to me. I mean, I would prefer that over the Racer any day.
oh, anything over racers. Racers are just overpriced. How much are trainers? 150? That might be
I think
overpriced
so.
too.
140, 150.
I
Yeah.
think so, 150.
Are you
But
trying
it-
for trainers, George? I don't know.
Man,
I don't
come
know what
on,
you're
man.
doing. Nah, one day
Yes.
one day you're complaining about.
I told you I tried to buy them on the European release and,
You're right.
and failed.
That was a month
last
ago.
week. Huh? Oh, it was a month ago.
That was a
oh, it was
while
a couple
ago.
weeks ago. That's right. That's right.
The
Hey,
pink
you-
one's released tonight if you want those in Europe.
Which one is that? Is that like that sunburst one or that purple one?
The Sunburst guy. Those are kind of dope.
They're all dope.
I never do
just-
good on European sites, so I'm not even gonna try.
I haven't tried a European site. I mean, I try like those end. What is that? The where they in clothing
you
with
could
the
have
raffle.
already,
Yeah,
you could have
yeah,
already
yeah.
copped them Cortezes on that link I sent you.
I tried. It wouldn't work. It said, "Sorry, page isn't available
You
anymore."
waited too long. You messed up.
Yeah, because you sent that at like midnight, and I woke up. I woke up at 3 a.m.
I didn't even know it was coming out. I just got the notification to send it to you.
You sent that at about 1 a.m. and that's no
Okay.
joke.
I've never been up that late before in my life.
Lies, and that's 100% lie. I wake up in the morning, be the most text messages
You must have
ever,
been
man.
1 a.m. Eastern. huh?
You wake up 1 a.m. You sent that picture of those Corgi had those 12. What
It
is
wasn't that late.
It was
I went to
pretty
bed
late,
at like 11:30 last night. I mean, it might have been 11:30, but it wasn't.
Oh, that was last night?
It wasn't 1 a.m. I think.
How much did he want for those?
175, I
The
think.
blue
170,
Kobe
Miles
5s.
Davis?
Miles Davis, yeah.
He went at 175?
something like that.
You should have bought those. Huh? Those are better than
I
Flight
got no
Racers.
money
though.
though. I got no money.
Yeah, all right, but you buying Flight Racers. Y'all buying LeBrons? Not even trying?
Nah.
I
They're
don't
limited.
Even, I don't even know what LeBron talking
The
about.
first one. The Generations.
They're very
coming out.
the one
I
that
thought
he's,
it already came out.
Nope.
Which one was the one that came out 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 months ago then?
The red one.
That
first
was
game.
Yeah, that was the first game. This is the first LeBron that's dropping. No, because it's going to be limited.
What? Huh?
The Air Generation 1. The black.
I know what shoe you're talking about. I thought that was the one that came out.
No,
What's the difference?
The other one was white and
Not
red.
the All-Star
This was
one.
white and black.
Yeah.
White and black.
Oh, I didn't know there was a difference.
Oh,
Yeah, there is. But no, I mean, they're only limited to what? A couple of Foot Lockers or whatever.
Is that what it is? Well, they're on the Nike sneakers app.
But they're going to sell out. So, I mean, I'll give it. Well, actually, no. Depending on what time it comes out tomorrow, I'm going to be on Supreme instead.
It comes Supreme?
out. That Nas tee. That Nas
I thought that came out last week.
Nas tomorrow. Well, it dropped in New York last week, but tomorrow it's online. And I'm not a Preem head at all.
Yeah, I was going to say, I never heard you say, like,
bro, literally, I'm not exagerating. I own 4 Supreme t-shirts. The Sade tee, because I love Sade. One of the baddest women ever. The Ghetto Boys tee, because I'm a Ghetto Boys fan.
I didn't like that tee at first. And then I went to, shout out to AZ Threads. I went there, my son wanted to go just take a look. And they had one there. I didn't know it had the Rap-A-Lot on the back.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's fire.
So I got that, and then I got a Rap-A-Lot tee, and then I got the MJ tee because Michael Jackson's king.
I never even seen one of those in person. Like, those just seem
actually
hard
shout out
to
AZ Threads, my boy Neff. I got the white one because of him. So I own 4 Supreme pieces. This one I want to be my 5th. That Nasty Nas collab tee is fire.
I want it. I want it, but I know I'm not gonna be able to cop it. Like, I got a few bags of Supreme stuff at the house. Like, with the AZ Threads and thought about selling, like, this jersey I got and a few other things. But I don't know, man. I like Supreme, but I don't know how I feel about Supreme.
I was never heavy into it. I always liked the pieces they did, and I thought it was cool, but it was never my thing. And then, once I tried to get into it, hypebeasts on another level.
Yeah.
And like you were saying the other day, I heard you in another interview, how you talking about how like they're trolls and they troll some, and I'm like, I don't want to be a part of that. But they're getting me on this Nas tee though. I can't even front.
Yeah, I do want the Nas one, but the colors in it that you want are always the hardest to get. I don't want the green one or white or black, gray.
I want the white, black, red, and that's it.
What's going to happen, we left it like the purple, yellow.
I don't need that canary yellow and weird-ass peach pink or whatever they usually put.
Yeah, nah. I mean, there's a few things I want, but me and the wife, we're like, all right, we got to do some budgeting. We're like, actually like, all right, here's some real budgeting this time. Like, you always had that talk. You married. Like, I don't know about George. George's about to get married, but I don't know if y'all ever have budget talk. We have that talk like all the time, and we never fall through with it. But this time, we're like falling through
you have
with
to.
it.
Yeah.
She took all the cards out my wallet. Like, we took the cards out the wallet. I got one emergency card, that's for like if George sets on fire. I got to save George.
Yes.
Or hurts himself jumping out of a pool with a bow and arrow.
Hey. I definitely hurt myself, but I did not get injured. There's a difference.
I want.
Everyone was complaining the next day, even the commissioner. Everyone was like, "Man, we're too old for this stuff."
Yeah, y'all too old to be jumping out of water shooting bow and arrows.
Okay, that was like probably the easiest thing about the
all I got pictures of these grown men standing in line with a bow and arrow. Bow and arrow. I think YMCA. What's the Village People? I don't even know why. So the first thing come to my mind is that and Magnificent Seven, and I don't even know why.
Now Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's what I thought of.
I'm like a bow and arrow. Where did you get a bow and arrow from? Like, where do you go get a bow and arrow?
Walmart.
They just got bow and arrows.
Yeah.
I mean, Walmart's got everything on deck. So
it was like apparently like a trainer set, but it was like real. It was like for kids, but it was real.
If it had a real arrowhead, then it's real.
It had
that silver tip.
Man, not like a hunting arrowhead, like a Target arrowhead. It was a real silver like arrowhead. But
I need one of them arrowheads that you rub on the rock that you ship on the rock.
Yeah, you have to make that yourself.
Yeah, no, I want to try for LeBrons. I still got my OG pair of LeBrons, and they're at that cusp of like, you can still rock them and get a little respect, but they yellow on the bottom and stuff like that. But I want those Cortezes that are like seamless.
Yeah,
and
I
it
seen
says
those.
more. I want those, but I don't want to pay too much for them. But we're in that budget, man. So I'm gonna chill for a minute. I might be done for the year.
They drop on sneakers. No, you're not. Off-White pack is a couple weeks.
I can't get it. Okay, so I've been looking for pre-orders, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say. I mean, my wife is, she listens every time, even though she says she won't. She does.
Don't be mad at him.
You copping all 10?
Well, first of all, so I looked for pre-order for Jordan 1.
Like
I couldn't
2000.
find less than, I found one for $1,900.
Yeah, that makes sense.
One for $3,000. Vapor Max $14.99 up to like $2,000. Blazer $800 to $12.99.
That is crazy.
What's the Presto? freaking $1,500 to about $2,900. I was like, there's no way. In order to get the ones that you actually want, you're gonna have to drop about $6,000. Like, it's just
pretty much,
and there's no way. Like, there's absolutely no way. So I figured, like, I'm just not gonna own any. Like, I don't want to end up. You know how you just end up with, like, the wackest one of the pack?
Yeah.
You just end up with the blazer. Like, I don't want to end up with the blazer with that Chuck Taylor. You see that Chuck Taylor?
That Chuck Taylor's garbage.
That Chuck Taylor is trash. I don't know why they didn't make a low top one. Why they do a high top? But I don't know. But Air Max 90s, them joints are fire.
Them Air Max 90s are fire. The Prestos are fire. The Vapor Max is fire. The One is fire. Almost all of them except the Chuck Taylor and the Blazer.
And I don't think the Blazer is trash. If I can get it for retail, I'll buy it. But I'm not gonna.
But you're not gonna wear it though.
I don't know.
When's the last time you rocked a blazer?
I couldn't even tell you.
I'm not getting this blazer.
I mean, the only blazer that I would want to rock is when you brought it last time you was on. Last time you was on. But
yeah. Them Supreme joints. Okay, like, that's different. Yeah.
I don't even know how to get those.
Like, yeah, you can't.
Yeah. So I'm not copying anything. What am I talking about? Oh, Kyrie get traded.
Haha.
Good or bad?
What about it? Good or bad for who?
I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad. That's kind of crazy.
It's good for the Cavs. They
got Crowder too, and a draft pick.
But I'm not even talking about that. That pick is going to be Marvin Bagley Jr. or Michael Porter or Doncic or DeAndre Ayton. So, yes.
Is Kyrie better than Isaiah Thomas?
Kyrie,
if he is, it's not by much, but he probably is. Kyrie's probably top 20. Isaiah Thomas probably outside the top 20, but.
Kyrie's got better handles as far as scoring ability. Thomas showed me some things this previous season to make me go, it's not too much of a one off.
I think IT is so disrespected. Like, he just can't find a home. Like, he goes out there and plays his butt off for the Celtics. He played the day after his sister died,
and then dropped like 30 plus points.
Yeah, and they still trade him. Like, there is no loyalty in the NBA. Like,
I think the fans burning his jersey, or you talking about Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah.
I think the fans burning his jersey is like what kind of upset me.
Where did you see that? You saw people
on Twitter
burning Isaiah Thomas jersey?
Yeah. That man came back one day after his sister died and played a game. I don't know if it was a playoff game or just a regular
playoff game.
It was a playoff game, and he dropped 30 plus.
Now in Boston, I'm not surprised. We know the city of Boston's reputation. We don't need to speak on that.
Bro, he won them that game a day after his sister passed.
How do you burn a player's jersey who got traded?
Yeah, it's not like he wanted to do it.
He didn't just wake up, leave, and cut out. Well, I can't stand people. That's whack.
Honestly, though, I think this is great for the Cavs because to me, I mean, we compare IT and Kyrie. It's almost if LeBron stays, IT's going to play the exact same position that Kyrie was doing. You know what I'm saying? He's going to need someone to drop an extra 20 or 30 one night. You know what I'm saying? He's going to need someone to kind of be that guard out there. I don't know. I see it as a good fit.
I think Kyrie might be better than Isaiah at defense, but it's not like Kyrie. Like, obviously, Isaiah Thomas is going to be a liability on defense majority of the time, but I don't think Kyrie played that much better defense to where you would trade Isaiah Thomas. Like, I don't understand what the Celtics are doing. Like,
well, and then my thing is, do the Celtics feel that Kyrie by himself is going to take them somewhere? Because again, him and IT are similar. So if IT couldn't do it, I mean, granted they got to the playoffs, but
I don't even know how they did that.
Is Kyrie, who's more accident prone than IT?
Yeah, he is.
Hella more accident prone.
He'll get himself hurt,
and he's gonna have to because he's gonna have to play twice as hard. Before in Cleveland, he can kind of chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now in Boston, he's got to go hard every single game.
Celtics don't even have Avery Bradley anymore. I don't know. Their backcourt is rookie Fulton and
Fultz, you mean?
Fultz, and now Kyrie. Like, how the heck are they gonna be? They might not even be top 5 in the East now.
No, come on, they still are.
How?
What do you mean how? They didn't give the whole team away. They traded basically the point guard for the point guard.
They'd have to be top 5 in the East.
Crowder is valuable, but he's not going to push him from 2 to 5.
They don't have Avery Bradley anymore. They traded him.
They signed Hayward. He's not saying defense-wise, but another player.
I forgot about Gordon Hayward.
I think they got someone else, too.
I forgot about that.
Who are you putting over Boston in the East? Besides Cavaliers.
I think Bucks get in the top 3 in the East this year. I think Bucks straight up to the top. Cavaliers going to the finals no matter what.
Yeah, it's going to be Cavaliers and Golden State the next couple of years.
Well, they definitely are now that they got Crowder.
Yeah,
he helps them. Yeah, but he helps them more than he hurts the Celtics from being the number 2 seed.
I don't know, man. Kyrie got an uphill battle.
So now, do you call the Cavaliers a super team? This is the whole controversy.
It's still an all-star.
That's what I'm saying, though. So
he's still a great
But now
player.
that everyone was giving, KD shit or, all of them for the super team, do we call Cavaliers a super team now?
Yeah, they're still a super team. I mean, they still got Kevin Love. And they got 3 all-stars still.
Okay.
They got 3 all-stars still. So
okay.
I figure if your team is 3 all-stars, you're a super team.
I guess I don't understand why players are like offended by super team. I just did my fingers in quotation marks for those not watching.
There's no...
Wait, can people watch?
No, because we're not doing video.
Not this week.
Just let everybody know, too. I don't even know, man, for a minute. Video is hard, bro. It's hard to set it up. Like... Did you watch video or did you listen to it like on iTunes or Google?
I will be 100% honest. I watched partial.
Yeah, see, it's not. I don't think it's value in it.
It's dope. I'll say this: the one last week when it was just you,
a little weird.
I mean, because I'm like, all right,
I took it down.
Am I gonna stare at Greg for an hour?
I took it down, bro. I took the video down.
Am I gonna stare at you listening because I'm just watching you for like 5 minutes when you're not talking and like,
yeah,
and I see you like trying to jump in, like what I'm saying?
I
like
hated that,
and he's like, wait. Yo.
Yeah, I hated that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
shout out to them too. Shout out to Soulful Mike.
Oh no, listen.
Soul Searching Podcast.
Soul Searching Podcast, y'all were dope. I loved y'all. You guys were funny as hell. But it was just funny watching you trying to jump in. I'm like, I'm watching my boy for an hour.
I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, And I'm like, hey, y'all guys, hey, yo, okay, look, yeah, look, okay, yeah, and they just in the background wilding, and I'm like. Yeah, this video, I took it down.
And I ain't gonna front for 10 minutes. I was like kind of mesmerized by it because I thought it was funny. But then I'm like, bro, I'm actually watching a man just chilling.
My wife goes, "Why'd you record yourself?" I said, "I don't know."
And I almost want to ask you that too. I'm like, did you feel like you needed to?
Yeah, we were doing it, but I don't know. So anybody who watched us on YouTube, video might be not around for
Rich Hill has thrown a no-hitter for the Dodgers. Had a perfect game into the 9th inning and lost it on the error to open the inning. But the score is 0-0. So he threw a no-hitter for 9 innings and they didn't win.
Dodgers right now might be one of the best baseball teams of all time today. Okay. And they're going to get put out of the playoffs just like every single time.
Yeah, you're probably right. But that doesn't mean I can't. I mean, you should still be happy he's throwing a no-hitter. It's a no-hitter.
See, I don't like super success. It's like when the Patriots, they got to win the Super Bowl, you win every single game. You're the Dodgers, you have to win the World Series this year. You have to.
Okay. Yeah.
I hate when teams are so great in the entire year.
Can we just talk about the no-hitter?
I mean, it was a no-hitter. That's fine. Yeah, but
I don't get a no-hitter through 9 innings and they're not winning because it's 0-0.
I like seeing no-hitters on like whack teams like the Marlins and stuff, right? Because they don't get.
Why are you being so contrary and angry right now?
I'm not. Yeah, like I like seeing when the Detroit Tigers they do a no-hitter up every game. It's like wow, you got something this year. The Phillies,
something wrong with you. Huh?
Nah,
something wrong with you.
No, because you and I both are Dodgers fans. There's nothing worse than seeing the Dodgers great, and then the playoffs out. Like it's like being a Nationals fan. There's it doesn't matter. Like until you get
definitely not like being a Nationals fan.
It might be a little worse being a Dodgers fan than a Nationals fan. Though.
The Dodgers have won 6 World Series championships.
Okay, yes, but the last one they won was what 87,
88,
88.
But the Nationals have never won anything.
Nationals existed for about 10 years.
I'm just okay. So there's your answer.
It doesn't matter. It's worse being a Dodgers fan. Because you expect more out of LA. You're a major market. You expect more. And the money we spend on players.
Yeah, besides the Yankees, they probably have the highest expectations in the league. But if I've seen a championship in my lifetime, it's not worse than being a Nats fan.
I know it's worse than being a Nats fan.
I've watched the 1988 World Series championship when I was 9 years old. It's not worse.
I remember that.
It's not worse. Trust me.
My dad made me watch it. I never watched my dad watch baseball one time, but we watched that. All right.
That's funny.
Kirk Gibson was too lit.
Anybody not make the playoffs in the NBA now? Does it matter? Does anything shift? Like, I think every single team that's decent is a super team now. Like, I don't think there's not one team that's considered.
I don't know why players are like upset again what the term super team. It wouldn't upset me if I played for one of those teams. No, KD's not apologizing for going to win a championship. Of course
not.
KD might be actually put on that list of real ones. He don't care.
Oh yeah, he don't care about nothing.
No. That's the whole goal, though. The whole goal is to go to the team that's going to get you a ring. You know what I mean? I don't get it.
I do too.
It makes no sense. They've been doing it since forever.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to say at the top of the show too. We're doing top 10 hip hop groups of all time to us. This was gonna be weird because I didn't know how you two think.
This is literally the hardest list I've ever curated.
It is. Georgia list is gonna be.
I have.
It's gonna be
57 things on. Okay, yeah.
Your list is gonna be too true to hip hop though.
But see, mine is too though. I think
there's no way to make this. I'm gonna formally apologize now because people are gonna be angry with me.
There's no way.
Because what do you mean? There's no way to correctly or satisfy everyone with this list. So my list is obviously to me, but also more like the groups that like shaped my
that's
youth good. Or listening when I was growing up.
Now I also agree, and I'm going to piggyback on that pause and apologize as well because of the pure hip hop fans. You're going to be upset at me, and I understand why you are because I'm upset at my list as a pure hip hop fan.
Okay. I'm liking what y'all saying today.
Seriously.
I was a little worried. I was like, I know George list. George list is gonna be so pure hip hop, and I was like, I know Don too. Don is gonna have 9 out of 10 pure hip hop.
Bro, I'm telling you, this one was tough.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
I know y'all saw. We didn't get to talk about the last few weeks. I know y'all saw the Nike. The Kobe, Kyrie collaboration, Bruce Lee thing.
Yeah.
Is that where collaborations are going?
I like it. Not the shoe per se, but the idea that two people could do that with put two shoes together. I don't know. You might as well. It's something new.
So I'll say this. For one, I like the shoe. I think the shoe was dope. I think it was executed very well. I like he said, the idea of almost like I don't want to call Kobe a past, but maybe past and present type of feel, you know what I mean, as far as collabs go.
Yeah.
But how many past and present collabs can you do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Because again, there's not too many players in the past who have a signature shoe. So how many times could you do that? You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's the new thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
I didn't know if that was just like, we wanted... I don't understand the point of using Kobe with the Kyrie.
Well, I mean, you saw his video. He said something to like, he's an idol of mine and I wanted to...
Oh, Kyrie. Oh, okay. I saw the video, but I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, so it's like a 30, 40-second clip and he's just like, I did this because he's an idol of mine and I idolized him and I got with him and I wanted to do something and this is pushing the sneaker culture forward. These are his words. And he's like, really? I'm excited to show you this. And then he turns over and I'll be honest, I absolutely love the execution. Because
I think the shoe looks dope.
I wasn't really huge into Kobe's anyway. So getting this colorway, I can't wait. Because I love the Kobe 5 because of the Bruce Lee.
Wait, do you have Kobe? Any Kyries?
I don't own one Kobe.
Do you own any Kyries?
Yeah, I got the first two Kobe or Kyries.
You don't got any Kobe's?
I'm not a Kobe fan.
Because you don't like Kobe or the Kobe shoe?
No, I love Kobe shoes, but I'm not a Kobe fan.
Oh, okay. So you won't buy shoes based off that?
I will say this. Again, when I worked at Nike, don't mean to keep saying that, I got almost every Kobe because it was on sale.
Right.
I can get it under discount. So I'd wear them when I was there. But the second I left, I'm like, I will never see myself buying Kobe's for retail. So I just got rid of them all.
Wait, so do you not own Kobe's because you don't like Kobe? Because George, he won't do anything. If it's Pac-10, he won't root for a player that's in any league.
I respect.
If they play for another team other than USC.
I respect Kobe's
or
game.
UVA.
I'm not a fan of Kobe.
No, you won't.
I won't buy team-related shoes. Like an Oregon shoe, I won't buy. But
no, obviously, I'm not. I'm talking about even root for a person. You won't. You said,
terms of what?
You said you wouldn't root for IT because he.
No. That's just different. It doesn't have anything to do with Washington. He just when he was there, it was.
You said because you said you can't do it. That's exactly what you said.
Right, but that doesn't have anything to do necessarily with the team he played for. It was just that in the Pac-12 championship game, he hit a game-winning shot over Momo Jones or whoever. So just forever now, I'm just gonna hate him, and I don't even hate him. That's not even the right word. I actually wouldn't mind seeing him succeed. I'm actually mad at Kyrie because Kyrie's going to lose forever now. So congratulations on getting what you wanted, and now you're going to lose
forever. At least he's got a dope shoe, though.
I like Kyrie threes. I don't think they suck.
All his shoes have been fine.
Oh, you hated the 2s with the strap.
Well, I said fine. I didn't say fire. They've been fine. So I mean,
I thought you said fire.
Okay, no, they've been fine. Stuff like that is just like, number one, first of all, you think the world is flat, and then number two, you do that when you play.
He's
with the
a
best
weird
best.
person.
Yeah, he is. But I'm just saying, like,
True.
You play with the best player in the world and have a chance to win the championship literally every year. You made the game-winning 3
to win the championship.
to win the championship 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't get it. Like, shout out to my Uncle Willis. He had just texted. He was like, he doesn't understand why the Suns didn't give up Josh Jackson for Kyrie. And I'm like, I'm not a big person on rookies where you're like, you just throw all your money on the rookie. Like, but this draft class, I actually feel something good about this draft class.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't do it for Kyrie in that sense. Like, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Back to the Bruce Lee Kobe thing. I don't understand why they had to add Kobe. I mean, I get it because of what the video he said in the video. Mm-hmm. I think it's dope.
Yeah.
I just don't like, man, is that what's going to happen? Like,
again, even if it did, though, like, how many times could you do it? Like, what else are you going to do it with? I mean, then you're going to have to get into Jordan territory. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going to have to get into, what else? KD territory. Oh, I mean, but KD's currently playing. So it's like, who can really do it? Unless all these current players do it with a Kobe. But it's like, how many players have signature shoes? You know, Paul George, is he going to do it with a Kobe?
Yeah, I'm like,
KD gonna do it with a Kobe?
I started wondering, would they start doing it with players that play currently?
A KD and Kobe would be dope, low key.
It might be,
but there again, they competed against each other in the sneaker game. So would they collab?
See, the problem is that like it wasn't like they took Kobe 5 model pieces and added it to the Kyrie 3. It was just the color. Like,
it works wonderful. Like, I love how it came out.
I do. I think it's dope too. It made me think of like when we were like kids in school, and I remember, or at least me, I used to think like, man, what if Nike and Reebok made something?
Yeah,
like,
I did that a couple of times.
It made me think that sometimes, but I'm just like, I figured like, well, maybe they're gonna go that route. They're gonna go KD Paul George sneaker, a Paul George Kyrie sneaker, I don't know, whoever else new signed the Nike, Devin Booker, this and that. Like, I don't know. It's a reach. I mean, to me, the greatest video of all time, one of the greatest video of all time, is when Kyrie was challenging Kobe to play one-on-one during the Olympics, and Kobe was giving it to him. He didn't even play him.
Absolutely.
Kobe said, I'm not playing you. He was like, it's not worth it. He was like, and Kyrie was young, and he basically told Kyrie, they were trying to clown each other, and Kyrie basically said something like, you didn't even play in college. And Kobe said, neither did you, because Kyrie only played like 2 games. That's fact.
I mean, he played more than that, but yeah, I think he played like 8 games. But yeah,
I think it was like 4 games.
No, he played like, I think 6 or no, 5, then got injured, and then came back in the tournament and played 3 games. They lost in the Sweet 16 to Arizona.
Now, do you feel like this is, I mean, because the way I see it, even though it's dope, is this a reach? Because I know you guys were talking a little bit ago how Nike basketball is falling off. Is this them going, okay, what else are we going to do? Because they keep trying to come up with, dope colorways, and no one's rocking with it. But now you see this Bruce Lee colorway, and everyone's like, yo. So, I mean, is this a reach from Nike to try to up basketball's game?
I don't understand when they, like, I don't understand, and which, I guess unless we actually talk to somebody in that type of field, what's the process of like getting a shoe from the drawing piece of paper inside the store? Like, because there's a lot of stuff at Sneakerheads we see and we say like, what were they thinking? Yeah. Like, and it's sort of like when you see like a bad situation. It's like when you see a bad situation and you're like, so it's kind of like I'm sure you guys saw the ESPN draft where it looked like a slave draft.
Oh yeah, with the
auction thing.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, was there anybody in the room who said, no, like, let's not do this?
Like, did any of you guys see the movie Get Out? Like, that's literally what that was.
What was ridiculous? Well, I mean, not to jump subject. What was ridiculous was like, if they would have just threw some black people in the audience, it would have been fine. It just looked crazy.
Bro, I felt so uncomfortable watching that.
I did too, because it was all over Twitter. And I was like, oh my god.
And then it had to be Odell out of all of them. Like the most flamboyant cat out here.
That was so rough. That was rough to watch. But it's sort of like that thing where it's like when Jordan, Nike, Reebok, anybody who makes something, is there that person in the room that says, you know what, that sucks? Like, let's not make that. Like,
there's got to be that. I don't know if Nike surrounds himself with yes men like that, but someone does have to say, what are you guys doing? No,
I think Jordan brand surrounds itself with yes men.
Absolutely.
Y'all see the new Jordan 32s?
Oh, that prototype?
Oh my God!
I mean, it's called a prototype for a reason. I don't think it's going. I don't think that's the final product.
They said they used the Jordan 2 as inspiration.
I don't know why.
Who picks the Jordan 2 as inspiration? Like, all the Jordans, you pick a Jordan 2 as the inspiration.
Well, the funny thing is, though, is like Jordan has to be behind that somewhat. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there's something. Maybe he really liked the 2 for some reason.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I know he rocked it a lot. He played in it in the high and low, but
y'all gonna try for Kobe, Kyrie mix, whatever.
I like those. I'd go for it. That one I'd actually pick up for myself.
I wonder how much it's gonna be. I wonder if price will rise on that.
What's Kyrie 3 usually? 110, 120?
No,
I think it was. I think
130.
Kyrie 2 was 110 or 120.
It can't be more than 130. That's all I play.
I don't know. They might try to slap that premium tag on there, make it 150.
They put the Flyknit on the Jordan 1s, and they're at 200. I'll admit, I didn't like the Flyknit Jordan 1s at first, but the more I see them, I start to like them a little bit.
I like them.
And I might cop, but 200?
That's why I'm not copping. I do like how it looks, and I like the idea, but I'm not paying 200 for it.
You buying Flyknit ones? Thinking about it?
Flyknit. Oh, the Jordan one?
No,
I ain't buying that nonsense.
You think it's not? But you praise Flyknit when they put it on new sneakers. I mean, how could you not? Well, Jordan 1s are one of the most uncomfortable
If that
sneakers
Air
ever.
Max 1 would have sucked, I would have told you guys it sucked, but it's actually comfortable.
It kind of hurts. It's comfortable, but it's not
what hurts?
all-day shoe. The back of the heel thing?
Yeah, but only when you wear low socks. When you wear regular socks, it doesn't.
So you don't think Flyknit could
improve?
improve the wearability of Jordan 1? Not the style.
I mean, I'm going to wear it anyway. I'm going to wear leather one anyways.
I
wouldn't wear it like all day long and walk around New York City or whatever because I got a bad blister doing that in Boston a couple years ago. But if you just going to a game or going out or whatever, it's perfectly fine.
I'm very curious. I want to try them on.
I just want to see it. Like, I want to see it.
Yeah, me too.
Like, they got better with each picture. I think I'm trying really hard, and I said this years and years ago. I tried really hard to not look at pictures and be like, that's trash. Mm-hmm. I tried really hard to do that, but, like, it just happens. Like, that happened with Off-Whites.
Yeah.
You see the one, you're like, what the heck is that trash?
The very first picture I said that, I'm like, this is horrendous. And then every day, better pictures came out. I was like, shit, they got me. Again.
Yeah. Actually, you know what made me start to like him was A$AP Rocky. He was always wearing them. Like, and I just think A$AP Rocky is dope. Like, even though he hasn't been wearing Under Armour.
Shout out to that whole A$AP mob.
I know,
That new A$AP Ferg tape is fire.
You like it?
Oh, my God.
It's kind of noisy, bro.
I like noisy. A$AP Ferg is a noisy dude. He's always been.
The first Ferg, fire. Strive was okay.
Strive was good.
It was okay.
I didn't like everything on there, but Strive is fire.
I haven't fully sat down with this one. What's this one called?
Still Striving. I'll say this, though. This one is... I think he had too many features, way too many features. But
I think he was trying to prove a point with the type of features he had.
He did.
He had Yachty, Dex,
he could have
Playboy Cardi. Like, he had a lot of the people that people like look at and despise.
Well, he's trying to do that New York too, because he also had Dave East and all that. And
Dave East is fire.
Dave East and that album is his year dropped is fire, low key. So, but no, that Ferg tape is.
I need to really sit and listen to it. You know how I listen to it on YouTube. I have it on my computer, but I haven't listened to it.
No.
I just went on YouTube and listen.
Sit with it for a day or two.
I need to sit with that.
Ferg is fire. Shout out to the A$AP mob. Minus A$AP Bari.
Oh yeah, he's a wacko.
Minus A$AP Bari.
I didn't watch that video. You watch that video?
I did, and I
didn't watch it.
So, well, because, having a daughter too. Like, granted, you don't think about that.
That's why I can't do it.
I'm watching it. I'm like, bro, this is someone's daughter. And it's funny because, 5 years ago, shout out to my daughter. Before that, I'm not saying I was a bad guy out here, but I would have looked at this video 5 years ago and be like, well, that's what that shit great. But now having a daughter, I'm like, yo, that's someone's daughter, bro.
When you got like a daughter and a wife and stuff, you start feeling weird about stuff like that.
Seriously.
Like, everybody was slime before they got with their girl or they,
Absolutely.
Everyone was all slime at one point, but like, I don't know, man. That was weird. And like the whole, was it Valon?
The Valon, yeah, Valon or whatever, yeah.
Sucks to
be him.
I mean, it was kind of a dope little line and stuff too.
I tried for the Air Forces, but
I think the Forces were cool. Like whoever was in the Forces, like I thought they were cool. Like I thought the T-shirts were dope.
I wasn't paying $300 for them, though. But
nah, I thought the T-shirts were dope. They had the V on it, like it was cool. But I watched a Ferg interview and he was like, "Yeah, we wasn't with that."
No, bro.
That's whack when like somebody in your crew do something like that.
And the video was like 12 seconds long, but in that 12 seconds, it's like
weird.
Yo, hella disrespected.
CNN put out a report saying that athletes basically aren't selling sneakers and that consumers aren't paying high prices for sneakers anymore. Is that a problem? They said Foot Locker, Dick's Sporting Goods, all them places are like Nike, stock, everything is plummeting. All right. Good, bad?
Well, first of all, to the point that they're saying athletes are selling shoes.
They're not.
Oh, they're not selling shoes.
They're saying that nobody wants to be Mike anymore.
Well, because athletes don't have personality anymore. Or maybe just these companies aren't marketing them in the way Mike did. Like with Nike, the way they marketed Mike, they marketed him like he was God to everything.
They did.
Like, I mean, cartoons, the commercials, the Gatorade commercials, the McDonald's commercials. Like, Mike was everything. He was in hip hop videos. He was in Michael Jackson videos. Mike was the dude. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing that with anybody now. I mean, King James, okay, they kind of got that going.
They kind of slowed down on that.
They a little bit.
I remember when they had what was the puppets? Like
they had the puppets. Oh, okay, they had
whatever that was.
Or even when they had James playing different characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like when he was dressed as different characters, but I don't know.
It didn't catch. It never caught.
No, and it's like no one wants to be LeBron James as much as everyone wanted to be Mike or be Deion Sanders or be Bo Jackson or be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
was there hate for Jordan and players like that, like there is for LeBron? Like, did anybody really hate on Michael Jordan like they do LeBron? Like, I don't remember it.
People that weren't in Chicago or that liked other teams hated Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, he mainly destroyed all of everybody else's team.
I remember being young and like people going, I hate Michael Jordan because he's playing it. So like when I lived out here back in 92, 93, people going, oh, I hate Jordan because he's taking our title from us. Yeah. But I mean, as far as Jordan, the man and the player and overall, or like I said, Deion or Bo Jackson or...
See, when you worked at Nike, you were there at the height when it was like Bread 13s. Bruh. Cats were like... We were there. We were fiending. We were there. George and I bought Bread 13s from Finish Line. And what we selling for? $325?
I don't remember what it was exactly.
It was high. And it was.
Oh, is that when we waited in line that morning for people who didn't show up?
The Finish Line.
Yeah, that was dumb.
And but we sold them for like $325. Like when you were at Nike, it was at the height of copping. Like
copping everything. Retail.
Like I remember being in line. I don't even know the first time I met you or like we actually talked was I was in line for DB4s. Mm-hmm. And once they all flew, and then what was the Air Max DB?
It was a 95. Yeah,
but what was it, like a Puerto Rican flag? I don't remember.
It was like white. Yeah, I think it was Puerto Rican flag, white, blue, red.
That was back. That was back when like you stood in line and you didn't get what you were waiting for, but you still stayed and copped.
Of course.
I stayed and bought home LeBrons. Something. I was like, I'm gonna got something today.
You got money in your pocket. You want to spend it.
Has it shifted? Like, I think the 160, 150, 180, I think that's too high now.
I don't think it's even that. It's what people want. The things that we want, we can't get. People are willing to spend the money if they can get what they want. So there's so much trash, or not even trash, there's so much stuff that everyone puts out that we're not going to spend retail for the regular shit because we know it's going to either go on sale 2 weeks later. You get that email from kicksdeals.com saying, yo, this shoe that just came out 48 hours ago is $20 under retail here with this code. You know what I'm saying? And again, if it's not the Yeezy we want, if it's not the Jordan 1 we want, whatever, if it's not the Off-White brand we want or whatever, we'll pay that.
One of the most popular comments you'll see on IG, Twitter, Facebook is, I'll wait for it to hit the outlet. It'll go to the outlet.
I say that now.
That's the most popular comment now. Like,
either I'll wait for the outlet, or I'll see when it hits swoosh, or there's gonna be a code for it, or I'll wait for someone to return it, or I'll wait for the 5th restock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's That's how it go.
They already put the LeBron 15. They already got the release dates and the price. They're $185. I mean, is it worth? I mean, I don't want to say worth to Nike because Nike is just a monster. But like, should LeBron's not be $140? Like, you got Kyrie's that are $130 and stuff. You got, how much are KD's? Are
KD's are still $120.
They slid up once he started.
Premiums are like $150
and all that.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have to make those base, them LeBrons, those everybody. Paul George is what, 110?
110.
And Paul George is
and they're nice.
I had never seen a Paul George in person yet until I went to AZ Threads and they had the undefeated, the olive green version. Them joints are fire. I like them. Them joints are tight. Yeah. All right. It wasn't my size, and I was like, you know what? I might have to cop a pair of these.
It's just, I think, like you said, I really think it's the fact that we know that at some point they're going to hit the outlets. They're going to hit the sales. They're going to hit the sales rack. It's not hyped. So because it's not hyped, we know they're going to sit. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for me to get up at 6 a.m. anymore and drive down to a store to get this retro because I know this retro is sitting. The Bread 13 sat.
Do you consider Bread 13s a top 5 Jordan?
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Bro.
You consider that?
Say it again.
Are you paying attention?
He doesn't like 13, so he's going to say no.
I know he hates 13s. Jordan 13 Bread. Is it a top 5 Jordan? OG color.
Jordan period or Jordan 13? No, man, what?
Oh, really? I don't know, man.
You like 13s for some reason, odd reason. 13s are terrible.
If I had to put a 13, it'd be number 5.
If you remember back to 97, 98 when they came out, that first Bread 13 picture release, all that.
All of them, Flint.
Bro, we went nuts. I love them.
I like 13s too. I think 13s are one of the few that are still like.
That's why I picked up a pair.
I think, yeah. I don't see, like, I was more surprised at how surprised other people were that they sat. Like, people were on IG and everywhere like, bro, I can't believe. Somebody said I never thought I'd see the day Bread 13 sat. And I was kind of like, why did you think they'd fly?
Yeah.
Like, even like, I tried to convince people. People were like, yo, should I cop? And I'm like, no, man, they'll be on sale.
Yeah, they'll be on sale soon.
Eggplant foams, I chose to do. I said, bro, nah, go ahead and wait for eggplant foams.
See, now foams are different. For some reason, I don't know why. Those actually still sell out on sneakers. East Coast cats still love foams.
Did eggplant sell out?
Every single foam, really? I'm not exaggerating. Every single foam that's been released on sneakers this year has sold out.
I don't understand that either.
East Coast cats still like foams. So that one is different.
But there's enough East Coast cats buying foams to sell out.
They're still buying them.
I don't know.
Unless Nike is purposely only putting a select few on there. But every single foam on sneakers sells out.
You see Nike, and I'm speaking just for Nike Scottsdale. You see Nike Scottsdale closing?
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah. You know why? Because even if they're not selling they're
still selling clothes and all that.
Even if they're not selling the stuff we like, golf and training because when I was there, golf was the number one seller. Because, I mean, it's
They don't have that anymore, though, do they?
They don't. Okay. But training.
They don't have what?
Golf.
What do you mean?
Nike Scottsdale anymore. Like golf, Nike.
Yeah, they do.
Not at the store.
I was just there the other day.
Oh, they still got it in there?
Yeah.
For real?
I don't know, man.
I was literally just in there the other day.
Oh. Yeah,
unless they push
on Sunday, Monday.
Unless they, because they were supposed to get rid of that.
Hannah bought a bunch of golf stuff last month.
Oh, there's your question. But no, the running, training, that's still top notch out there. Scottsdale moms got to get their $120 tee on.
They buying that still?
Bruh, by the case.
I think they just don't know better.
It's Scottsdale, man. They're trying to put on a facade.
I looked at Talarias. That's why, like, the LeBrons this week and the Cortezes, we've at the point to where, like I said, to me, a real sneakerhead is like, if I like it today, I'm going to like it in 6 months. Like, I'm going to buy it. Talarias, when Talarias dropped, I wanted them. I wasn't paying like $160 or whatever they were on Kith, whatever they were. I went on eBay. They dropped $67 buy now with box
That's
DS.
What I'm telling you.
And I'm like, dude, like, I think sneakerheads are slowly starting to value their dollar a little more. That's why no one's going to buy a LeBron for what is it, 50, 80? What was this model? 180?
Yeah, but we've also been trained to, though, because we want to save our money for the stuff we know we're going to have to drop a lot on. Like, if you want that Yeezy, you know you're not getting it for retail. You know you're not. You already know. You know what I'm saying? If you want like this off-white stuff, you're not getting an off-white joint for retail.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to spend retail for an Air Max 90 I want or whatever because I got to save my money for the next one that comes out
like
or whatever.
Even looking at, I'm talking to Jay in Shanghai. That he's been on here a couple times. Shanghai Soul. Me and him been like looking for pre-orders for Off-White. And saying to myself, like, oh, I'm not paying no more than $7 for something. It's insane.
That's stupid.
Like, it's insane.
And what's retail on those?
I don't know.
Like 198, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, like 198.
Like
Prestos are like 225.
Yeah.
The Jordan 1s are like 160.
Yeah.
They're not high. But it's like, you know what? I'm not paying. And in my mind, I'm thinking, like, I'm going to end up with a Blazer for like $650. And, like, that's insane.
They release more than once. You know that, right?
What?
They release more than once.
They released the Jordan 1s. They're going to restock in November, I think.
Everything comes out in November.
Means
the
nothing.
Official release.
But has they said... Oh, wait. Oh, everything's November?
Everything comes out in November.
I saw another thing that said, like, when it's also going to restock later on or something like that. Like, did they say where it's going to come out yet? Like,
September 1st is when it first drops.
There's only one store, 21 Mercer, or maybe 2 stores.
Oh, you're right. I saw that.
I think it's 2 stores and the Sneakers app online is September 1st, which is that Saturday, I believe. And then a bigger drop in November.
Have y'all been to, like, Dick's Sporting Goods lately?
No.
I went in there on accident. I mean, it was an accident. I walked in. It was on accident.
You were looking for salmon.
Accidentally just stroll up in there.
What was this? I mean, out here in Arizona, I don't know everybody anywhere else, but like it's crazy how like Dick's Sporting Goods are like in the malls now. It's like the biggest store in the entire mall.
Arrowhead, it's like half of the damn mall.
At Fiesta, it's the entire mall basically. Yeah. And they have all those Ultra Boosts, 3.0s. They got everything in there. Olives. And I'm like...
I've never seen Ultra Boosts at Dick's.
All of them. And I'm sitting there
they
like...
get retros too.
Yeah. And I'm just like, does anybody have any idea?
I've seen some that get the retros, but it was the one...
I bought most of my 1.0s from Dick's.
Online, I've seen them. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, they're at the store too.
But I've never seen them at the store.
I go in the store. They had olives. They had black and white. I don't know.
I remember...
Arrowhead.
The Arrowhead location
don't get nothing.
Had got, and this was a few years ago. I forgot what year it was. They got the retro of the what 12s are those? The white and navy blue 12s. Obsidian blue. I'm sorry. Yeah. They got the Obsidians, and they were just chilling. And this is after every store sold out of them. I went like a month later, accidentally, but I just walked in, and they was in there chilling, full size run.
Yeah, I mean, they said the stocks are like plummeting on Dick's Sporting Goods, and I don't understand sporting goods stores anyways. Like Sports Chalet, Sports Authority, all them joints out here are gone.
Well, they're closed, yeah. I mean, Dick's Sporting Goods is next. I think the only reason why they're still open is because they attach themselves to malls.
It has to be. Like, but them joints are empty.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't see why anybody... There's too many outlets to avoid paying retail. Like, if I want this LeBron model, I don't think it's bad. This one that came out, I'm not buying it.
Nah.
But I think if I like it enough to where I would own it. So I would pay $80. You know.
Yeah.
But I think, a lot of time, like I said, I think sneakerheads are valuing the dollar more. And I think, like, I used to get on, like, Ryan about, if I have to like it a lot to even pay rock bottom prices.
Close to real.
Yeah, like I don't like if I don't see something in the outlet, I can't just like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'll pay $60.
Yeah.
I value my dollar. I don't care if it's all right. Like I have to like, oh, I like that joint. That joint is dope. Okay, I'll pay $80. I'll pay $60. I might not pay $180, but it's like flight and racers. I love flight and racers, but I'll never pay $100. I'll never.
You don't need to.
Never. I never will. And I don't need to, like you said. I'm surprised Off-White didn't do a racer. That would have been kind of tight.
Who's to say they won't?
Well, they picked a lot of obscure models, though, too, for like the other 10 that weren't unveiled yet.
I know. That Chuck Taylor. I don't get it. Like,
I don't get that.
I'm going to end up with a Chuck Taylor. I already know it. I'm going to end up with a Chuck Taylor and blazer. We talked about 13 sitting. I wasn't surprised. They came out too many times already. I don't know. Once you're our age, you either had it already too many times or you still got them. Like you said, like, if yours are beat, okay, you got a fresh pair. I get that.
It's all I treated it as.
If I still own the pair and it's in a good condition, like my LeBron, it's not beat, but I need a new pair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, understood.
Like, I get that. Like but like there's plenty of stuff that's dropped where I'm like, why would I buy that again? Like Candy Cane 14s are coming out again. Mine are.
Wait, they are?
Yeah, Candy Cane 14s and Last Shots come out next year.
Well, Last Shots I would get.
Last Shots I'm getting.
Last Shots I'm
getting Last Shots.
I would definitely get those.
14 Candy Canes. Mine are still good.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm 100% getting. I look and watch for Last Shots on eBay. That's 100% fact. Last Shot 14 is one of the greatest journals of all time. That's
Bro,
top 5.
You've said you're getting this, that, and the other, and then Don asked you earlier. You said you ain't buying nothing, so you ain't buying nothing.
Last Shots come on next year. This year is we chilling. I'm getting Last Shots next year. I'm not getting Candy Canes.
There's not a difference.
I'm getting Last Shots. I got so many DS14s at the house just sitting there in boxes.
Get rid of them, man.
I don't know what I'm doing. I got like 2 Laney 14 lows.
Get rid of them. Dude, those just hit, or didn't just, but like 3 months ago, just hit all factory stores sitting.
I can't stand that.
Get rid of them, man.
Is there anything else we miss? I mean, Jon Jones is on steroids. I don't watch that. Do y'all watch that?
I do. He's a fraud, bro.
UFC?
I'm actually very disappointed in that.
How many chances do you give somebody? Like, I don't watch it, but I'm fully aware of all the fighters, what's going on, and everything like that. How many chances do you give somebody? You know, like, that man is crazy.
He made a mockery of everybody. He's out. It's a wrap. He just came off a year suspension. Just came off.
And that was for like real drugs.
That was, yeah.
Okay.
And well, no, the first one was real drugs, and then the suspension was more steroids.
He was supposed to fight him a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was supposed to fight Cormier a year ago, like George said. And he got tested for
a different type of steroid.
That man's crazy.
Yeah. So came back a year later, whooped dude's ass. Everyone was like, "Yo, he's back. He's sober. He looks good. He's lean. He's all that. He's one of the greatest of all time to do it." And then this shit pops up.
Didn't he kill somebody too, or crash into him in a car or something?
Hit and run.
He got a DUI.
Yeah.
Homeboy I think that's it, bro. I'm a big fan of like when it comes to like your living, like your like making money, your way of life, giving a second chance. Like I would love to see Lamar Odom get his act together. I did. I really did.
He's too old to play now.
Now he's too old. But I really thought like, all right, when he started going down here, I was like, oh, come on, man.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Get your act together. Bro, everything is like.
Kardashian's a hell of a drug.
Well, it is too. Hey man, I don't blame anybody who messes with a Kardashian.
I do. Shit.
I don't know.
Hey, listen, Tiger got out and went at the right time, bro. Every single dude that's messed with a Kardashian and stayed. I mean, look at Kanye. Prime example.
George hates Kardashian people.
I kind of do too. I mean, Kylie's bad.
Yeah, but I hate everybody. So
I do. And let me tell you something.
line.
Let me just go ahead and get that out of the way. My wife is the most beautiful woman in the world. Okay, but them Kardashians and Jenner. They don't look bad, bro.
No,
they're not bad looking people.
I'm going to say this.
They're not bad looking people.
Kardashians.
They just got too much power for anybody to be with them. Though.
They do.
Like, you got to be a billion. Like, you got to. I don't care. I understand it's like 2017. Like, you know, the wife can make more money. Like, hey, man, I get it. But you got to be of power to deal with them. Though, because if they got all the power in a relationship, you can never prosper.
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. Right. Like, yo, Lamar was in a sunken place. If you've seen Get Out, you know what I'm talking about. Tiger was in a sunken place. Kanye is
but I think
sunk out
Tiger's a weirdo and like he deserves a blame for a lot of other stuff anyways.
That's true.
Like he
culture vulturing stuff. So
vulturing.
I don't put him in the category with them other dudes.
Kanye is like so artistically creative that it doesn't matter.
No, Kanye's in a sunken place. Don't get it twisted.
I'm gonna ask y'all. Y'all think Kanye?
Yeah, but Kanye been a weirdo for a long time. I remember watching that like. What was it? What was Ashton Kutcher show on MTV?
No, Punk'd.
When he stole all them like tapes or whatever, and he jumped in the van.
Everyone, remember that?
He must have had about 12 polo shirts on, one under the other one.
Yeah, he was.
He's been a weird person for a long time.
I'm about to ask, y'all think Kanye
and Scott Dickman? He's a weirdo
my
too.
guy,
I understand that, but he's still a weirdo.
Shout out to the Lord
Scott Disick is that guy,
but he's still a weirdo.
Yeah, he did, but he kind of got out. He kind of like
and the dad
place.
is the ultimate weirdo in history of America.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he, you know, I'm not gonna
not the main dad, the second dad. The main dad, you know, rest in peace. But he also weirdos from what I understand. So
I don't got nothing against man, but like, bruh, that's a wild.
I don't have nothing against him, but he's a weirdo. You can say that. I'm not being offensive.
Bruce Jenner's been weird, anyways. I'm talking about. What are you talking about?
Yeah, him.
Oh yeah, he's been weird anyway before he decided to not turn.
You can say he turned into Caitlyn.
Before he decided to go with how he felt. Okay, that's how I'll put it. But he was a weird person.
Clock
anyway,
struck midnight and
he was weird.
Turned into a vampire.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's weird. They're all weird.
They are.
They're weird people.
I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all think Kanye leaving Nike really affected Nike a lot harder than we really realized?
In some ways, yeah.
I think it did.
No, I think Nike basketball falling apart is what affected them more than anything.
I don't know.
Here's why
that's
I say
that's
Adidas. A lot of Adidas stuff, when you stand back, it's fire.
What used to be the biggest Nike day of the year every year? All-Star Weekend. Now no one cares anymore.
Oh, that's a good point, too.
That's a very good point. But I was going to also to this, too. Besides the Off-White collection, what is cool about Nike? Seriously, what's cool? Kanye was cool.
Like, I think
There's still, if I was signing a contract, I still, unless it was like a runner or something and you wanted to run and boost, I still would pick Nike over
No, you
Adidas.
still want Nike. I'm a Nike head till I die, always.
I strongly feel like we might
Like
have
football, Nike. Baseball, Nike. Basketball, Nike. I'm picking Nike in any of those.
Because of the name, but what is cool about Nike?
Come on. New Balance or Under Armour for baseball. I might go those routes. So.
No, I'm still the Nike. But no, what is cool about Nike?
I'm just talking.
Who's cool on Nike?
Yeah.
Kanye was cool.
Like, I wonder.
I never looked at it like that.
See, I never did either. I think I look back, all my Adidas, Boost, all this stuff, and I'm like, would I like any of this if Kanye wasn't there? I don't think I would have paid that much close attention to it.
Okay, so here's what I'll say on that. It probably made me buy the first one, but it didn't make me buy all the other ones after that because I realized how good of a shoe the Ultra Boost is.
You're right. And I'm saying, like, if that never took place...
But maybe they never came up with it. I mean, I'm sure it already was in production before he signed.
Yeah, like I feel like Boost might have would have got ignored again. I don't know.
I don't think it would have got ignored.
It wouldn't have been ignored, but it wouldn't be to the magnitude it is now. Because even to your point, you said you tried it or you wanted to try it because of Kanye. Not directly because of Kanye.
Not Kanye.
It's like subconsciously, like it just
it was
happened.
like this is a popular shoe. It wasn't Kanye. It was like this is popular.
But Kanye
I might as well buy it.
Kanye made it popular.
But my thinking when I bought that wasn't like, oh, Kanye wore it. It just was like it was popular.
Your particular thought wasn't Kanye.
The Triple White 1.0 was the first one I bought.
But popularity was synonymous with Kanye wearing it.
Like the people.
I know. I understand what point where you're tying that in. I'm just saying Kanye himself never affected me buying anything. The only thing that Kanye makes me buy is his shoe so I can resell it to someone else who really wants it for more money. That's the only reason I care.
That's real.
But I never even seen Kanye wear those Flyknit trainers that people talk that you guys like. I never seen that.
Yeah, but did you ever see the picture of him wearing the red Independence Day?
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
It was the same thing like that. He probably wore it to the airport to beat a man up.
I've seen that. And
he might have been actually wearing them when he beat that man up at the airport.
You see this coat?
And I said, I was like, you know what? Kanye never affected us as older people. Obviously, it affects the younger people, but I do think the people who ride and die for Kanye, they affected us. Mm-hmm. They made it so like we gotta have it to where we were like, you know what? We gotta see what this is.
We had to pay attention.
I know you've seen this picture. This is a popular picture.
Never seen that picture. That picture.
Which one?
With like he's like in the
club or something. Yeah.
I mean, I might have. You might be right, but I don't. The shoes I never paid attention to.
Them trainers are fire, bro. You gotta get you a pair.
I do, but like I'm not gonna pay. Oh, that's a dope picture. That's just a dope picture, anyways. I probably look at the pants more than that pants. Pause. Yeah. Anything else we missed? Nothing.
This list, bro. Real quick. Let me ask you this: this Saturday, Mayweather or McGregor? I know it's kind of a trash fight, but
it's actually a good topic, but it's a topic that shall last 10 seconds.
Exactly, because I know we got to get to the list, but...
No, not because of that, because it's literally a topic that is 10-second conversation.
It's so many things that could go good and bad with this, bro. Like, Mayweather, I'm saying, Mayweather has no choice but to win. If Mayweather has beaten, argumentatively, Titans to be 49-0. All right? Yeah. He's beaten the best in his business to be 49-0.
See, I think it is when he beats somebody up.
He looks angry. If you lose to somebody who's not in your profession, all these years of winning, boxing might as well just go just fold up and go home.
This picture is popular too. You never seen that one?
No, that looks like Sid. You gotta fold up boxing, bro. Like, and I think it was Maidana, somebody's son, said, or Rocky Marciano's son, said that he doesn't feel that whether Mayweather wins or loses, it should count against his record. Like,
I kind of agree with that.
I think I do too, man.
However, here's a...
It's a sanctioned, licensed boxing fight, so it has to. But I kind of feel like it shouldn't. Even Mayweather wins, it shouldn't count. It's not real. Like,
what do you mean it's not real?
He's not fighting another professional boxer.
This is an exhibition fight.
I'm sure he fought a bunch of dudes at the beginning of his career who never really went on to be professional boxers either.
Well, they were professional. They were boxers. This man is like...
It's not like he's fighting like John Smith off the street.
Yeah, but
he's not losing, number one. So you can throw that out now. He's not losing.
He better not.
Okay, he's not losing.
I don't think he will, but I'm just like...
Okay, he's not losing.
Bro, right. It would suck so bad if he lost, bro.
Mayweather's ego, he's not losing this fight, right? This is for show. They're both getting a significant paycheck. He's going to let McGregor get a couple licks off him. He's not losing because it's just not going to happen. He's not going to go 49-1 and his one loss is to somebody who's not even... a boxer. No, it's not happening.
See, I don't know. I don't know where the notion comes from that like people, when you're in that stage, it's not like you can say, okay, I'm just gonna let him hit me a couple times. That doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, you don't. A professional athlete like LeBron's not gonna be like, I'm just gonna let him score like 3 buckets on me on purpose. That's not possible. I don't know why people think that happens.
I think a punch is more possible than somebody making
for $100 million. You would,
if you're the one who's destined to lose. Well, like, McGregor. Yes, I would fight Mike Tyson or whoever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would get killed. McGregor's used to getting a $2 million purse. He's now getting $100 million.
But what I'm saying is,
pause Floyd, you want to me for $100 million.
Floyd,
in that
Floyd
ring.
Is not allowing anything to happen just because he feels like it. Like he's
to give people a show, he would
like.
That's what the all access thing is for, the build up. The show in the ring is him wanting to shut you out.
Yeah.
I think he has
Floyd
to knock
doesn't
out.
like let people hit him. I don't know where people coming up with this.
I think he has to knock out McGregor.
I can tell you this though, he's not knocking him out. That's 100%. It's going the distance.
I think McGregor,
unless McGregor tires himself out.
I think McGregor's gonna come out swinging like them old school girl fights. So like crazy.
That's not how he fights though.
But
it's not. But he doesn't box.
The thing,
it's
yes,
not like
yes, he does. He's
a fighter. I'm talking about McGregor.
Yeah, I know.
Like he's a fighter, but he's a fighter MMA and
he
boxing.
Would rather stand up and punch in MMA though.
Now he'd rather stand up and punch in MMA for like MMA fights last for what 12 minutes. Like, it's not even...
No, championship fights are 25.
Well, that's
5
why,
minutes times 5.
He keeps saying he's going to knock him out in 4 rounds because he only goes 4 rounds in fights, 4 to 5 rounds. After the 4th round...
He's going to be so wasted.
Because this is what Mayweather does. He doesn't punch for the first 3 rounds because he's figuring you out. And then once you get tired, that's where he fucks you up. And he's going to do that to Mayweather or to McGregor, too.
But do we think he has a tiny chance?
No.
Okay, good. I don't feel he does. It terrifies me to think Mayweather might lose. No joke. I'm like,
why? What do you...
Bro, you would want to see... Bro, okay, let me tell you something.
There may not be a bigger Mayweather fan on the planet than me. I followed his entire career.
I love Mayweather, okay? And it would destroy me if he lost.
He's not losing.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Number 1, why? Number 2, why do you worry about that?
Because, like, okay, we're all in our 30s. I still like seeing people greater than others. I don't care when people like they hate on the Warriors, they hate on this. The Bulls, I wasn't a Bulls fan, but I appreciated the Bulls being so dominant. I love Mayweather being so dominant. To see Mayweather be at 49-0 and then get knocked out by, I don't care if he's not Joe Smith on the, okay, lose. I don't care if he's Joe Smith on the street. He's Joe Smith down the road fighting in an octagon like where you can do whatever you want. Like, it's not... It's like when Pacquiao got knocked out. I wasn't a Pacquiao fan, but when he got knocked out, it did something to you a little bit. Like, oh, like, is he okay? He got rocked, all right, by who was it, Maidana?
It was Marquez.
It didn't change your life.
He needed to.
But I mean, Mayweather won't change my life, but he will change stuff. It would change boxing. It would change how you looked at stuff. Like, you'll have everybody in MMA like, yo. Canelo, you good? You next? It will have everybody coming up. 100 million? Stop, bro. Them cats get their heads beat in an octagon.
Number one, there's not another fighter who can bring $100 million to the table like Floyd can, so that's not possible.
Canelo could bring.
That Canelo
he can bring money. He's not bringing Floyd money.
He's not bringing Floyd.
No one is.
Because Floyd's also.
No one is.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Mayweather is not losing because he's fighting someone who's not a boxer, has no footwork to be in the ring, and doesn't have the hand speed. But what I'm telling you is, McGregor is when you watch him fight in MMA, he's a striker. He's not a wrestle you guy. So he's not going to come out swinging super wild if you watch him fight in MMA, he literally is like equivalent to Floyd almost, where he like measures you. Maybe in MMA it's a little bit different because he is the one who
he's home.
No. What I'm saying is, he's the one who's intimidating the other fighters. Right. So, like, he's going forward more than Floyd's going forward in his fights. But he's the guy who's the chess master in his sport. He's not wrestling and tackling people. So
yeah, you're right. But I'm saying, like, you're 100% right what you're saying about McGregor. But he's home. He can do that there. This is a different stage. Like, the entire...
I don't think he's going to come out looking goofy like that.
He may not come out looking goofy, but he's gonna look uncomfortable. Like he's gonna.
Of course he is. He's fighting the best, maybe one of the best fighters of all time.
Right, but I don't
who doesn't get hit.
No, you're right.
Floyd has the lowest percentage of punches landed against in history of boxing.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I don't expect whatever McGregor does in MMA. I don't expect him to even be cognizant to even try that.
That's the only way he knows how to fight.
No. Yeah, at home. He's at home in the octagon. You get in that ring, literally the entire world, and we all should be embarrassed.
I'm not saying once you get in the ring, the plan.
He's gonna be feeling weird.
There's not a chance the plan goes out the window. That happens to a lot of guys. You get in the you can't prepare for Floyd Mayweather other than fighting Floyd Mayweather. But that doesn't mean he's going to run out there like a chicken with his head cut off and just swing and go crazy.
Okay, I'm exaggerating.
The first round is going to be absolutely nothing. I'll tell you that right now.
Do like a Hadouken or something.
Boxing. Everyone thinks this is going to be like an MMA fight for some reason. People, like, literally this audience is watching this fight is going to be probably 60% of people who've never watched a boxing match before in their lives. That would not surprise me. People are going to be thinking every single.
I don't know about that. That's a high 60%.
MMA audience is the audience who's going to come show up. They don't watch boxing.
They don't watch it now.
They don't watch boxing. Trust
but
me.
Everyone wants to watch Mayweather because he came out of retirement.
Well, the reason why his audience is so big is because so many people want to see him lose. Number one, they root for
me.
No. I'm not talking. about...
I know.
I know what he's saying.
If he fights Pacquiao or fights any Mexican fighter or whoever, more than half the fans want to see him lose.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Bottom half of the country. That's facts.
All right, well, I'm not going there, but
it's facts.
But this audience is going to be not only those people who want to see him lose, but there's also going to be a large portion of MMA fans who don't watch boxing. So, like, when they see how the fight starts in the first round, where it's a chess match, measurement, no one really lands, they're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, them first 3 rounds are going to be weird. They're going to just
I'm not going to go that far. The first round will be like that.
It's going to be weird.
It's not going to be 3 rounds.
It's going to be a spectacle.
The first round will be like that. And then I expect Floyd. I expect it to go to the distance, and I expect him to win at least 10, 11 rounds. I mean,
we'll have to see. I'm glad you brought that up. We always forget to bring that up. Though. We never bring that up on there.
That's because it's this Saturday. It's going
forget. Down. Top 10 hip hop.
Let's get
it. Let's get through that. Oof. All right, we'll do it old school how we used to do this podcast. We got our list. Top 10 hip hop groups of all time to us, and I'm gonna go first. Okay, I'm gonna go first because I don't know how you guys are gonna act.
Do you have honorable mentions?
I got 2 honorable mentions. All right, I got G Unit.
Okay. I don't even consider that a group, but all right.
Why not?
That's not a group to me.
Lloyd Banks.
Okay, that's not a group. But
Young Buck.
But
50 Cent. What are you talking about?
I need to know how you do not consider that a group.
Yeah. Like, what's the
discography? They make 1 album?
2, 3.
That's not a group to me.
Now,
then you better not have Fugees on your list.
No. You better not have.
Yeah, but that's different. They formed as a group. G Unit was 50 Cent and was like, all right, let me put a bunch of. It was like a collab thing. Then they were like, oh, we collabed. It's an album.
G Unit formed as a group too, though.
They did.
Nah, that's different.
No,
that's different.
Okay, keep going.
G-Unit, honorable mention, and I really wanted to put Diplomats, Dipset in the top 10, and I didn't. And Diplomats has a big influence. You looking like, I don't like your face,
I'm actually very
bro.
upset right now.
Okay.
They're not anywhere on any.
Okay.
What?
They're in my. I really wanted to put top 10.
Oh my God.
I really wanted to put top 10.
All right,
I did, but I felt like there were others who impacted me. Actually, no, Dipset probably impacted me more.
You know what? Keep going because I'm already disappointed in you for that Dipset one.
I think that Dipset one probably. I think I messed up on
you're
that.
losing points.
All right,
Zero consideration.
I'm gonna go.
For me.
I'm gonna go 10.
That's fine. I can almost understand why you wouldn't, but Greg, bruh.
It's
a different era.
That's messed
Bruh.
up. No, you're right. I should have put Dipset
Bruh.
on 10. No, you're right.
But why though? For what?
I mean, Dipset was like my era of like fashion when the music started to shift like a certain direction, like Rockefeller, Dipset. Like it was like my full, a good almost high school. Like it was
Dipset,
almost my entire.
I won't get too deep into it because that's on my list, and I'll
like
tell
it
you where it's
wasn't
at.
like I'm not gonna sit here and say like Dipset had the most bars ever.
No,
It was just
everybody,
what they affected.
everybody wanted to be Dipset. Dipset was a culture.
It was the thing. Like, were they the best rappers ever? No. Jim Jones gradually became a decent
Bruh.
rapper. Cameron was obviously the man.
Cameron and Jewels were the hottest
But
MCs.
Cam been around forever. I love
he has.
Cam.
Cam is different. But Juelz is probably a top 5 most disappointing MC of all time. No.
I won't
He
say
never did
disappointed.
nothing.
What the Game's missing is a classic album.
Number 10,
Okay, go ahead.
Hot Boys. Come on, bro.
That's not a group to me either.
Oh, what?
They started out as a group.
They started out as a group, and
That's
then they
not
broke apart.
That's not a group to me.
What?
Hey.
Come on, bro.
Hey,
Come on. Hot Boys.
They started as a group. They
Bruh.
had 2 albums.
Let me tell you why.
like these are things that you're naming are like conglomerates where it started as like a record label or something. They like started as a record label and then they
it was
just
cash money. Cash money.
A group to me is when a group forms before something ever comes out. Not like
I don't know their history
Not
that far
like
back.
we got all these dudes under our record label and we did features here, and then we did one group album. That's not what I'm talking about.
Hot Boys had about 3 albums, though, I think.
Hot Boys is a group.
And Hot Boys had some anthems.
Bro, that
boy.
first album was
For some
fire.
summer anthems, and then they Bling
I mean,
Bling was there. Like
No
it
Limit
was,
wasn't for me when I had to tell people
Right.
growing up that No Limit wasn't
because
my stuff. So.
Hot Boys, like I know we all got Outkast on our list. That's just ridiculous.
yeah,
Okay, Outkast introduced us to Atlanta, to Georgia. Hot Boys and Cash Money introduced us to the South. That was like, whoa, like New Orleans,
Bro, they
like,
made PT Cruisers look tight.
Like,
when there's any drop top PT Cruisers
They
going around.
made the money look just like out of
Bling,
control.
all of that.
I got Hot Boys 10.
Okay.
Number 9, I got Migos. All right.
Oh my God.
You can't.
Do you know I have Migos isn't anywhere on this,
That's
and this
fine.
is like
Not even close.
30
That's
30
fine.
names.
That's fine. Okay. Migos, you can't deny their impact,
can.
bruh. You can't.
I'm not gonna deny any impact, but-
Migos were originally the whipping boys. Migos ruining the culture. They were the whipping boys.
In the past 2 years.
And then Migos, a hit.
Bruh,
And then another hit.
Migos have been around for 2-3 years.
And people ignore them. People ignore their hits. Hannah Montana was like, what are these cats? But then
Okay.
you not gonna lie to you.
Bro,
That joint-
your list.
Bruh. Migos are now up here with Future.
This list you're making is like a list like a 25-year-old should make.
No.
Not like.
But
I'm serious.
No, but impact. I'm thinking of impact. Not necessarily impact me, but impact. Come on, Migos
right.
is the.
I can't wait to
Migos
hear
and
what's
Future
next.
are the brought in these new cats. they have a whole era. Migos are the king of this era. Of
There are
these
75
scraps.
more
What's-
groups better
what's
than Migos.
next?
Go ahead.
You're right. Hip hop. Okay,
ahead.
NWA. I got number 8.
Yes, absolutely. They're not on my list, but
See,
I understand
you might
why.
have them higher. Okay, not on your list.
Not on my list, but
And
I understand why.
They almost didn't make my list. They almost did. NWA,
Because again, this was groups that I was listening to. NWA was like my sister's era before me, because the majority of their stuff that came out, it came out when I was like 6, 5, 6.
Well, fam, you said
8
you're
years
from
old.
Cali.
it
Like,
was. Now this is
They
the
had
thing.
already broken up by the time I started
Yeah.
listening to hip
That's the
hop.
thing.
I'll
I
give you
mean,
that.
They
give you
had
that.
like,
All right.
I wasn't listening to music until I got to at least like 9, 10 at
Okay.
the most. Like, so now I knew of NWA and everything. The problem with that was us being from California.
if you're talking about legendary groups, they're absolutely
What
up
the
there.
fact?
No,
but
listen,
that's not how I base my list.
But now me personally, and I'm sure George can speak for this as well. everything California in that era, and even now, stands for gang culture and all that.
Yeah.
We were too busy trying to avoid that stuff.
No, I understand.
So it was kind of like I never got into the East Coast as hard as everybody else did because it was like, I ain't trying to. I wasn't trying to ride with it. Okay. Now Snoop, I rode with.
Yeah.
I never got in the Dre and Warren G and
I love all that stuff, but I listened to this. I listened to the stuff that came out after NWA broke up. NWA broke up when I was a kid.
Yeah, they broke up when like I was young.
Yeah,
Number 7, I got Tribe Called Quest. It could be considered low, but I only rode with Q-Tip. I wasn't a huge Tribe Called Quest fan. I respected them and loved them, like spitting bars, but like they should easily be top 5. But I'm just thinking, like, you know what, myself.
Again, they're top 5 legendary. They're legendary, not, but they're not
group. I don't know, man.
There's a lot of legendary groups.
What is going on right now?
My last one for my bottom 5, number 6, and I really wanted to put them higher, but I felt like I got Little Brother. I got Little Brother because the Minstrel Show album might be a top 10 album of all time.
Okay.
You talking about Pooh, Ninth Wonder.
One of the greatest producers.
I was gonna say Ninth Wonder's production is
insane. Like I encourage
you just disrespected one of the greatest MCs in the history of hip hop. What is wrong with you?
If anybody's listening to this, whoever listens to this, you gotta listen to Little Brother Minstrel Show. It's one of the best. That cut that DJ Jazzy Jeff, who is underrated in hip hop.
He's my favorite.
Legendary.
He's my favorite DJ.
One of the best songs of all time to me. That cut. I mean, like. Insane. So just to wrap it up real quick.
Start before the Minstrel Show, please, listeners, if you have not listened to Little Brother.
I'm saying if you want to like, to me, you got to start to me with the best one and then go back. Like if you go back too far, you're not gonna be into it. If you're if you're our age,
every single album,
if you're
every
22,
single album they released was great.
If you're 22,
I'm not gonna say any more classics. They're all great.
You're 22 and go back too far, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is way too old for me. You can't go back too far if you're like in your 20s.
Yeah, but that's because they listen to 21 Savage and Future.
So I want them to listen to
But those people aren't going to listen to Little Brother anyways.
No. They will if we tell them to. Number 10, Hot Boys. Number 9, Migos. Number 8, NWA. Number 7, Tribe Called Quest. Number 6, Little Brother. I feel funny saying Migos now because you guys.
I'm so disappointed.
But I believe in it though. I do believe in it.
I love Migos. It's just not in my top 10 influenced of all time in my life.
Influence, brother.
In my life, influenced me. What the kind of music I listen to.
We're still alive now.
They wouldn't even make the top 30 in my list.
Who's next?
I'll go real quick.
Okay, what's honorable mentions? I have like 35 honorable mentions.
I have a lot. I do have a lot.
So you guys are gonna go through all of them.
I'll run through them quick.
I am.
And again, if you guys are gonna get upset at me because some of these are legendary, but they're not on my list. Public Enemy.
Oh, I agree with that.
G Unit. UGK.
That's a hard one.
Ghetto Boys.
It's a hard one too, man. There's too many hard ones. It's too many hard ones.
Gangstar.
No, Gangstar's whack.
What? Guru is one of the greatest MCs
DJ
ever.
Premier is the
DJ
greatest
Premier.
producer in history.
Them individually. I didn't care for the group.
Stop it.
No,
anyway,
you smoking. Yeah, you smoking.
I didn't care for the group.
I had Hot Boys in my honorable mention.
Good.
Do or Die.
Okay, man.
That's Midwest. Listen.
All right.
Do You Want to Ride is one of my favorite songs of all time.
I still listen to that.
Dog Pound. Almost put them in my top 10.
Yeah.
Corrupt.
Man, you better stop over there with them noises, man.
Listen,
hey, man.
Daz, whatever. All right, so I'll stop there. All right, so number 10 for me, The Lox.
Okay, it's good.
Jadakiss, Styles P. Can't go wrong with that. D Block.
You're right. Styles P, one of the most underrated rappers.
Absolutely,
ever.
absolutely. Jadakiss.
They all are.
Fan of Jada.
Sheik Luches too.
Sheik doesn't get any props.
He doesn't get no props.
No, Lox is dope. Number 9, I got The Roots.
Yeah,
Black Thought.
I mean, I love Black Thought.
Top 10.
One of my favorite rappers.
Yeah,
just Black Thought.
They've put out classics since early mid-90s. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look at Questlove. Questlove isn't even a rapper, and he's like one of the most iconic figures behind a drum set.
So definitely got them on there. Number 8, we're going based on impact. Instead of your Migos, it should have been 3 6 Mafia. 3 6 Mafia is the reason. 3 6 Mafia is the reason why Migos is around. Is the reason why
thought about 3 6 Mafia.
3 6 Mafia is the quintessential Southern group.
The only reason why I didn't even put them in there is because they were really weird, bro. They were really on that borderline of like satanic, like weird stuff for a minute.
Doesn't matter.
They were.
Hey,
I mean, 3 6 is 666 Mafia. Like
they have a Grammy. Do not disrespect the gods.
They got a Grammy for as hard out here for a pimp.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm putting them.
I'm not gonna disagree with you because they might be the only people that ever put Memphis anywhere.
3-6 Mafia.
Yo Gotti is the last one. I mean, you got Young Dolph and all of them.
Yeah.
I think they're from, but no,
3-6. I mean, their whole culture behind them, the music, the sound. Juicy J out here still doing it.
Still doing it.
I love it. 3-6. Number 7, Mobb Deep.
Okay, man. All
right. Wait.
Are you about to?
No, they're way too low.
No. Oh, I was about to say, you better not be telling him he's
not for me.
He shouldn't have him
now you're going.
there.
You're saying Impact.
You almost said something crazy, you know?
Okay.
And being younger
yourself.
And we ain't talking about being younger.
Okay.
Listen, I grew up listening to that music. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, you almost said something crazy, you know?
I wanted to put them lower or higher because Mobb Deep has my probably favorite hip hop beat of all time.
I know what that is.
Well, the Quiet Storm. Quiet Storm to me, that's my favorite instrumental ever.
Could be number one.
It's my favorite instrumental. Seriously. And then number 6 for me, I should have put them as number 1, but I can't. Bone Thugs and Harmony. They
gotta be on there.
It's my favorite group. I mean, I grew up with them. That's probably the group that I grew up with the most.
That's 100% facts.
So to recap, number 10, The Lox. Number 9, The Roots. 8, 3-6 Mafia. 7, Mobb Deep. 6, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I don't think anybody could have a whack list. I might have to explain my bottom 5 a little more, but I don't think it's whack.
Migos shouldn't be on that list.
None of them are whack, but are they top 10? All right. My honorable mention, I'm just going to give you the list of groups that did not make the top 10. That's just what I'm going to call it. Groups that did not make the top 10. Public Enemy, Beastie Boys, The Roots, The Far Side, Run DMC, NWA, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Eric B. and Rakim, BDP, Boogie Down Productions,
nice.
EPMD, Brand Nubian.
Yeah. Brand Nubian's good. That's a good one.
Reflection Eternal.
Nope.
I count that as a group because they made multiple albums. I put Black Star in here, but really they only made one album. So
see, I put them.
Count.
Yeah. I couldn't count them as a group.
I'm sorry. You're right. I said Gangstar. What would you guys say earlier?
I said Gangstar.
Oh, I meant Black Star. You're right. Gangstar is legendary. I'm thinking Black Star. Black Star, no.
Black Star's fire too.
Yeah, no.
I'm not done yet.
No.
I'm not
Black
done
Star's
yet.
Mos Def and Talib Kweli.
No, Mos Def.
What's beef?
Yes. Talib Kweli. Yes. Not. I didn't care for it.
It's one of the greatest albums of all time. Anyways, Freestyle Fellowship.
You might be right.
Black Moon, The Lox, Goody Mob, Bone.
Not in
the top 10,
bro. But Bone Thugs got to be top 10.
Culture.
Not in the top 10. I mean,
you gotta be.
And Ghetto Boys. Not in the top 10.
I agree.
I didn't
All right.
Them ones that I wanted to.
Number 10. You guys are going to disagree, but I don't care. Slum Village. Easily one of my favorite.
No, I agree with that.
If we were talking favorites, they're probably in the top 5, but some of these have more impact.
They're not better than Little Brother.
No, they're not, but it's in the same
I agree with
general
They're from Detroit?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't say no to that.
Number 9, Gangstar. Greatest producer of all time, one of the best MCs of all time.
Yeah, but we can't talk about like Gangstar as a group wasn't that fire.
Yes,
they were. Yes, they were.
Maybe I gotta go back. I gotta go
You
back.
have
do
to.
some homework. I gotta do some
the
homework.
first, yeah.
I gotta do some homework.
Everything they did was fire.
I gotta do homework.
Guru. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to the God.
Number 8, the Fugees.
No,
Has to be on there.
Can't be though. One album? No way.
They made more than one album. What are you talking about?
No.
Fugees made one album.
Fuji's The Score. That was the only album
Was
they
it?
made.
Nah, you tripping.
One, and then the entire album wasn't even fire.
You smoking.
No,
I absolutely agree with that. There
were some songs that were so good you just made the album fire.
And they only made the one album, and that was it. Praz went off to do his own thing. Lauren made one of the best albums
Miseducation
ever, and Wyclef put out
You
Trash.
guys are smoking. They made an album before The Score.
What was it?
Blunted on Reality.
I don't know what that
Never
is.
heard of it.
It doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Okay. So number 8, Fugees. Number 7, Dog Pound. Growing up in L.A., Corrupt and Daz.
I'm not gonna say no.
It doesn't get any better for L.A. group hip hop in my era than that.
Daz's production is amazing.
Number 6, it's probably too low, but it had no way to get in the top 5. Mobb Deep. I love Mobb Deep. I can't say enough about them too.
Agreed.
That's 10 through 6.
You guys, Mobb Deep as bottom. The what?
You'll see. Well,
Hey,
all right.
find one in the top 5 that doesn't belong.
Number 5. Number 5. I got Lox.
Okay.
Now I could see why somebody wouldn't and would. Lox is.
I love them, but they're not in my top 10.
Lox to me, like you guys said, I mean, every one of them were good at rapping. It wasn't like, oh, this guy. I mean, obviously, Sheik wasn't the most I'm not Chic. Yeah, Chic wasn't the most popular out of styles, and Jada was like, you know. But I think Locks is number 5.
Every tape they dropped was fire.
It was fire. Like I can't. Think
Every
of
D Block
anything
tape
bad.
was fire.
Bone Thugs and Harmony, I got 4. Maybe should have been higher, but I'm talking. If you knew the lyrics to Bones, you waited to find Crossroads video. You waited. East 99, First of the Month, Look in My Eyes, like
all of them. I got every single album.
Everyone. Outkast, I got 3.
Nice.
I mean, one of my favorite songs of all time is Decatur Psalms.
Mm-hmm.
So Fresh is So Clean. I mean, it's just so many. I mean,
the best song they ever made is Elevators.
Elevator. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue that.
You can't. Like, they introduced us to the South, but a sector of the South. UGK, like you brought up, Goody Mob. Like
I didn't say UGK. I mean, I understand why.
UGK,
Pocket Full
Goody
of
Mob.
Yeah,
so
the whole
many.
Dungeon Family.
Number 2, Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep is number 2. It gotta be
I'm
top
fine
3.
with it.
Shook Ones.
If you would have put Mobb Deep number 1, I'd be fine with it. It's just not. It's not number 1 for me.
Shook Ones, to me, like I've said many times on this
Part
podcast.
2, yeah.
No, Shook Ones, the original one, is the greatest hip hop song of all time.
No one even knows what. No, you're thinking of Part 2.
I'm not. I'm thinking of Part 1. You always say Part 2, and I used to be like, why do you keep saying Part 2?
No, it's
Because
called.
Part 2 is like the iconic.
That's
beat
the
that
main
everyone
song.
knows
It's
about.
Part 2. Part 1 is the one no one knows.
Man, 1 and 2. I love them both. Like, either way, Shook Ones, 1, 2, 3. I don't care what they are. Greatest hip hop song of all time to me.
I said
Quiet Storm and Shook One's production. Top
Quiet
3
Storm
beats
is
of all
my
time.
number 1
Mobb
instrumental.
Mobb Deep might own 2 top 5 instrumentals of all time.
They do. They
Like,
do.
If you hear that Quiet Storm beat,
it may also be the best
I can listen to it
song
on
in
loop
hip hop
all day.
history. It may also be the best
possibly,
song.
possibly.
I'd put it up there.
And number 1, I got Wu-Tang. I'm a Wu-Tang. I love Wu-Tang, and I got Wu-Tang because I liked GZA, RZA, You God, Ghostface. Ghostface to me is my favorite rapper of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostface, GZA, RZA, Raekwon, You God, ODB.
No group,
ODB was my
no
least
group
favorite.
put out more classic albums as a not group albums, but as a
Wu-Tang,
collective. Totally, than they
Wu-Tang
did.
was one that you had to grow up. Like, you had to grow with. You couldn't like Wu-Tang out the gate unless you were from the East Coast because all the Shaolin stuff was weird. We were black people. We
It
were
took a lot of people. It took a lot of people a long time to understand what the hell 36 Chambers was all about.
They were way too complex. Like, they were weird people, and complex, and plus it was way too many of them. It was like,
Nah, that's not a problem.
bro, it was about.
I bought every single album. Every single one.
I remember when Forever.
You
came
Got
out.
album,
Forever,
Master Killer album, all of them.
every one. Got
Even
them all.
Grave Diggers.
Come to the crowd. Every one.
What you call it? What's that? What's the one?
Iron Man, Supreme Clientele, GZA, Liquid Swords,
Something
RZA,
Army.
Kill Army.
Oh, Kill
Kill
Army.
Bees, Kill Army. It was
Yep.
all of them. I mean, just a collective group of just like intellectually smart hip hop people. Method Man could be considered in people's top 10 rappers.
4 of them could. I mean, him, Raekwon the Chef, Ghostface.
More than
Those
that.
3 right there are your top 10.
I mean,
more than that.
I consider RZA just like RZA is making scores in movies. Like, we're talking about genius people.
Yeah.
But that's my top. So, like I said, 5 Locks, 4 Bone Thugs and Harmony, 3 Outkast, 2 Mobb Deep, 1 Wu-Tang. Man, I can't imagine. Wu-Tang is just. I just love Wu-Tang.
Gotcha. All right, so top 5 for me. Number 5, Dipset. Bruh,
I'm not gonna.
Our
I feel
generation-
bad I didn't have him in top 10.
everything was Dipset. Literally
It was,
everything.
bro.
Like,
giant clothes, like it was everything.
Cats rocked pink because of Cameron and Dipset. Jewel's, everything was...
See, I don't even associate Cameron with Dipset. I just said Cameron.
Oh no, you have to.
Bro, he was
No,
Bird Gang. Dipset.
my era, he was a solo artist before any of that.
Well, like
even
97.
started.
Oh, yeah, you're
98,
talking about like
99.
Horse and Carriage. Like,
But you know what? But he
Yeah.
wasn't even popular then. When he dropped...
Yes, he was.
Listen. When he...
was
No, hold on.
popping. He was bubbling.
When he dropped
No,
SDE, SDE was...
You guys realize, like,
Dog,
Killer
yeah.
Cam,
Hold on. SDE was...
Killer Cam and Murder Mace was a thing way before
No,
any
it
of that.
was a
That's
thing,
fine.
but it wasn't Dipset.
Bro.
This I'm talking about way before he dropped the albums as
I
a solo artist that were
understand.
popular.
I
No,
know.
That's
those
fine.
are all multi-platinum
Bruh,
albums.
I know when they were
We
all
get it.
listen, when they were all children of the corn.
There's
all
not
of
no
them,
bubbling. He's
when
at
it was,
the top.
Listen, when it was Big L and no, listen. This is why I don't say that because when it was him, Big L, Murder Mates, when they were children of the corn, he wasn't the number one guy.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. Big L's might be the best MC of all time.
Exactly.
I mean,
so it wasn't
you can't be
until
the
he
number one
did
guy.
Dipset is when he elevated. SDE was dope. Don't get me wrong. but he still wasn't Cameron until he did Dipset.
Okay. SD is more than
his albums.
Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment is a top 20 album of
No, I agree.
time.
But he wasn't Cameron until he did Dipset.
Yes, he was. He was already selling albums multi-platinum.
It's hard to
before that.
say because he would have had to be in Cameron to make Dipset pop off because they were kind of weirdos.
Bruh, they were New York.
Dipset is a complex topic.
They were New York.
You could spend an episode on just dissecting Dipset.
I love Dipset. So that's why they're number 5 for me. Excuse me. Number 4 for me, NWA. I mean, granted, I'm not from Cali, but Ice Cube.
You can't say no. You can't say yes. It's not like
I mean, and again, they were collective. They started as a group, so it wasn't individuals, with the exception of Dre. But what they did, I mean, they are I won't say Godfathers because they consider Ice-T to be Godfather of gangster rap, but
they're the poster boys of
they're the poster boys of everything.
Everything.
Like, the FBI didn't give a shit about hip hop until NWA.
Until them.
So,
oh god, I just 357 with the Magnum PI beat.
Hey. So yeah, number 4 that. Number 3, like you did, Outkast. I mean,
you can't not have them in top 3.
I remember Southern Playlist coming out. It came out what?
Man, I got excited the other day because I thought they had a new song and it was old.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I'm waiting for Outkast album.
Well, Outkast came out. What the album came out? Like 92.
AT-Aliens, Southern Playlist.
Southern Playalistic was first, and I think it was
it was like 92, right?
93, I think.
93. Aquemini. Trust me, I have every
best album
I have.
of all time.
Aquemini
is fire.
Aquemini is fire. I don't know if it's
fire.
The best album. No, it's great. Don't get me wrong.
I think AT-Aliens was.
I have every single album of theirs. I'm a huge fan of all of them. I even get Big Boy stuff now.
We were listening to Outkast before you got here. Though.
So Outkast to me, number 3. Number 2, Tribe Called Quest.
I thought you talking about what they were.
Oh no, when I found it on the thing.
How is Tribe not in? Bruh, Phife Dawg is to me like when you say it's just Q-Tip. Phife Dawg sometimes outshined Q-Tip. Bruh, you go back and listen to the first 2 albums.
I gotta do homework.
Midnight Marauders.
That's
go listen to that.
I gotta do homework though.
And the Low End Theory.
Like, there's some of this stuff is so classic because we know what we're thinking about when we grow up. But we gotta do basic.
Go listen to how Phife opened up an album. Like,
you got to. I think I got to.
Bruh, I want to start spitting. Like, that's how like dope he was. Like, seriously. And then number 1, Wu-Tang. It's you can't say they're not number 1.
You can't.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest hip hop group of all time. There'll never be another group like them.
Never.
All 9 of them were fire. Method Man is my favorite out of them. Method Man or Raekwon, because Raekwon's Purple Tape. I'll say this: all of his album he's dropped has been dope.
I can't think of anything whack out of Wu-Tang that I heard. Like
Tikal 2000. Tikal 2001 was kind of, but I'll be honest. I think ODB. People are gonna kill me. Wasn't the greatest.
He wasn't. I didn't.
He annoyed the hell out of me.
I didn't care for him. He was weird. He was too.
His debut album was kind of cool, but
I didn't care for ODB.
Wasn't my flavor. But everyone else, Ghostface Killer, like you said, Inspector Deck, You God, Master Killer, all of them, RZA, GZA, all of them.
Killer Army, Killer B.
Number 1. So again, number 5, Dipset. Number 4, NWA. Number 3, Outkast. Number 2, Tribe Called Quest. Number 1, Wu-Tang.
George, wrap it up so we can get out of here. Number 5.
Number 5. My favorite group of all time, but it is not the number 1 group of all time on my list, Little Brother. And the reason is
quality.
Fonte. So my 3 favorite MCs of all time, and the third one's not going to make any sense. No, I'm going to say 4 favorite MCs. The top 3 are obvious, the fourth. So Razkaz, number 1.
Love him.
Fonte, and really Fonte and Talib Kweli can be 1 and 2. There's really no order. I just love Razzie. And the number 4 is the one that's not going to make any sense. But Bleak, Memphis Bleak is my fourth favorite MC of all time. No, not on this list. What? I'm saying like fourth favorite Memphis MC Bleak of all time.
If we had more time, you'd have to explain that one to me.
Oh, come on. Come on, bro.
Round Here was cool. Okay, is that I know Bleak.
It's not even from his solo albums. It's honestly when I first heard Reasonable Doubt.
You could tell he was the street cat.
Well, and Jay-Z probably wrote every single lyric he said on that album.
But it was just his cadence and delivery.
You got to go back. That's homework for you.
I'll do that.
That's homework for you. Me, I got to go back and try.
Well, because I know that Reasonable Doubt album. Like, I know Bleak.
But
I'll go listen to it.
Bleak is very underrated as a rapper.
He is
fourth favorite MC of all time. Anyways, back to the list. No.
Stop it.
Little Brother 5, Fonte. I mean, Pooh is nice as well, but Fonte, there's something special about what he does, and I'm upset that he doesn't do more solo albums, but do what you got to do. Number 4, Tribe. Nothing needs to be said about them. Number 3, Outkast. Nothing needs to be said about them. All classics. Number 2, De La. Neither one of you guys
had it on my honorable. I had it on my honorable mention, and I never
got into De La.
I love De La.
Oh, y'all tripping.
I never got into it. Like, I think they were...
De La Soul is number 2, period.
De La Soul's dope.
Y'all are tripping. At number 1, to make it
he told me to listen to De La Soul, like the newest one. I never rocked with De La Soul. Like, I couldn't even recite to you besides like what.
Yeah, you tripping.
Me, myself, and I. Is that a song?
I'm not gonna.
It's their very first song.
Yeah, I can't think of nothing else.
And they hate that song.
I hate it too.
I don't say this to disrespect Q-Tip, but all 3 MCs in De La are better than Q-Tip, in my opinion. De La's number 2, and number 1, like I said, to make it unanimous, Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Better than Q-Tip?
In my opinion. And I don't say that as disrespect because Q-Tip belongs in the pantheon, but
I'm not going to disrespect anybody on anybody's list. Like yes, Migos is a little rocky.
I was going to say, Migos gets disrespected on that one.
Bruh, they're the wave. Like, they have an entire era of their own right now.
Bro, currently, though, there's groups currently that are better than them.
Who?
Well, in terms of hits, Migos might. But there's groups that will wash.
We're not talking about actual rapping. I know there's better rappers than them.
Because I wanted to put Slaughterhouse, but I mean,
all of them are better rappers right now, than maybe a majority. Of people.
No one's topping Slaughterhouse.
Nah.
Stop it,
bro.
Joe Budden and
Crooked Eye, Royce the 5'9"
are some rappers.
Yeah. No one's out rapping Crooked Eye or Royce the 5'9".
Or Royce. None of them. Nobody.
Well,
Joel Ortiz.
Joel is the one that they think that Joel is the best one in the group. They'll tell you that.
You know the problem is with them is that they're all too good at rapping to be together. Like, they're just too good at
that's
rapping.
why I said as of a collective, no one's ever going to out-rap any of them.
No, they can't.
A lot of the ones I mentioned, there are MCs that are
I'm not going to say
up
yes.
on the talent level
it's hard to say.
With them.
You're right.
Period.
I'm not going to say. Like, even thinking about, like, just talking about Jazzy Jeff, that little period. I'm like, there's so many other people. I'm like, man, bro. You might even want to throw Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff in there as like a duo. Like,
you could,
bro. Like, they were the first ones that like they were rapping and like they never played tough guys. Nothing. No. Like they were like.
And Will Smith had bars when he wanted
Jazzy Jeff might be number one.
He's my favorite
all
DJ.
Time,
He's my favorite DJ.
I'm like thinking back, like, dang, bro. Appreciate Don being on today.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Always welcome, like always, George. I can't think of anything else.
Shout out to Ryan, man.
Shout out to Ryan. I don't know, man. I don't know.
As the guest, I'll say it. That's the sneak diss.
That's the sneak diss. Wow.